The walking in heels is not easy. As I say, I've done it a few times. It's not an easy feat. It's certainly not easy. Certainly not an easy feat to do at all. Not easy. So, any excuse for a trip in an ambulance with gas and air. I will admit, gas and air is. You're not wrong, Scottish woman. Yeah, I will agree. Side note, I managed to call the doctors yesterday and get my next blood thing done. I got it rebooked. I'd done it for years when I was younger, as I'm sure. Tina. Yeah. I managed to get it rebooked. Yay! The whole music sucks. I'm calling the doctors. The whole music sucks. Yeah. Not fun. Not fun. I don't recommend. The whole music sucks. But, needs must, I guess. Needs must. I hate freaking calling places. Ugh, it's not fun. I don't like it. Do not like it. Good morning, Lindsay. I do not like it at all. Yesterday was intense. And a lot. Of course, he went live yesterday, and a lot of people were commentating in yesterday's live, and we did go over the Instagram things yesterday, and one or two clips. However, and people were commentating in the live about what he was saying during that live and things like that. Whereas now I have the clips of what he said yesterday. Did you see I Spy video with Miss Casey Live? No, I did not. I did not see that video at all. Sure, I did. However,
thanks for the gift.
See some clips. A parent went into our lab. Oh wow, really, Shah? Oh wow. No, I didn't see that. Oh wow. Okay. Damn. I did, however, see a clip. So I favorited two clips. One is Pearl. You got Pearl, Delisa Angie, Rachel Skinner, Miss Cups, and DG. I think it's DG, all in a box together, and I may have commented. Good morning, Jojo. I commented and popcorn at the ready, and I saw Miss Red was in there, and Miss Red just put a popcorn emoji. That's the come down with me thing. It is wicked. I saw Miss Red put a popcorn emoji in there. So, where is it? I saw Miss Red put a popcorn emoji in there somewhere. Because I commented, I'm sure she did. Maybe I can't see it now. Maybe she removed it. Oh, did Miss Red remove her comment? I thought Miss Red had commented in there and put popcorn, because I commented to it and put sweet or salted. I prefer sweet. Because I said I prefer sweet. It's like freaking. So I guess, being as I've got it up, we'll go there first. Because fucking hell, Jesus Christ. And there's another clip as well. Fucking. The other clip is also with Delusive Angie. Where. Listen, I'm also somebody, like, listen, I don't mind drama, but wherever there's drama, you're bound to see Delusive Angie. And I'm like, can I follow any of this? No. But fucking hell, it's funny as hell.
He's out. I never asked
Hang on, I might need to stand. Oh, this is about gifts.
you where you were at on the leaderboard.
I didn't say that. I said you guys asked.
You've just said it. Oh.
You guys asked.
No, you said I asked you 10 minutes since. I haven't asked you anything.
You asked the chat, where am I on the popular
This
board?
is fucking ridiculous. This is all about somebody being on the popular and fucking.
Guys, where am I on the popular board? Not asking me, you ask the chat where you are on the leaderboard, on the popular. I don't do any of that. I just sell my cups. I don't.
Because I'm not saying that I don't do it. You are.
I don't do it. I don't.
For fuck's sake. I mean, you're not wrong, Scottish woman. DA does instigate a lot of it, but fucking hell.
I don't.
Okay, Rachel.
I don't do what.
Like you never had a lion, but you have.
I don't do what you lot do. I don't. I'm not.
Have you had a uni?
Rachel Skinner trying to be the moral police here. It's pathetic, like being back at primary school. I mean, okay, Char. Hey, Tracy. And by the way, hey, Ellie. Fucking.
Never. No.
How do you know you haven't had a uni?
Because I would have remembered
Thanks
if I
for the
had a
gift.
uni.
Fuck me. Thank you for the go popular, Emily. Oh my god.
Oh, how come you didn't remember when you had the biggest lion family then?
Because that was months and months and months ago. That was not.
Makes no odds. Makes no
Thanks
odds.
for the
How
gift.
come you didn't remember that? That was somebody's
Fuck.
hard-earned money that sent that to you. How come you didn't remember that?
Is someone's hard-earned money, and I appreciate everything that
Oh my
It is, and a
god.
lot of money.
and I appreciate everything that I've got from TikTok. Everything I've got, I've spent back on my business. That's how I set my business up. I wouldn't have had my business if it wasn't for TikTok. I would.
I'll give her a medal. And then in the comments, this must have been different on the phone than it is on the PC. But the fact that you just got Delusive Angie just sitting there, and then you've got fucking DG fucking just sat there with a fucking cup of tea. Fucking. He's just like, ooh, let me get the popcorn.
Thanks
Which is
for the
exactly how I was watching this. I'm like, I think that's how the rest of us were, DG. Yeah, exactly. DG sat in the car with a cuppa, like, oh, fucking. Oh, you can't. Sometimes TikTok just cracks me up because fuck me, you're all fucking arguing over whether Rachel said this and all about gifts and fucking who's on the leaderboard, fucking whether fucking someone about a lion and a fucking universe. Fuck me. Fucking. He doesn't even chirp up once in that entire clip. Nope. Not once. Oh, I was like crying. I may have watched that clip fucking 3 or 4 times. And it's just the fact that TG is just sat there with a cuppa, fully invested. This killing me. He was loving it. Fucking absolutely fucking hilarious. Oh. So, and then, right, again, I favorited this one. This one's a little bit more on the serious nature.
Told you when that
And
comes
the
out.
only reason why I favorited this one is because, again, you've got Delusive Angie just sitting there. And this is between Marcus Ems and I have no idea. Hey Feral Cheryl, I did know. I think that it does get brought up, but
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Echo, go home. Stop being a nosy bitch. So, yeah, this is Marcus M's, and again, I don't know the situation, but again, it's just the fact of the elusive Angie is just sat there. Like, what the fuck?
When you find it, we didn't tell you to go and do that.
Thanks
Not
for the
one.
gift.
Oh, this is about, somebody, but this about jumping, apparently, jumping. This is such serious fucking people.
You were acting like an absolute bitch. You were acting like a bitch that night, and that's why we came for you.
Told me to go
But shut your fucking mouth until you got.
Jesus Christ, y'all.
Back straight.
JUMP. She told me to JUMP.
No, we didn't. And when that recording comes up, you'll be bloody apologising. I'm telling you that.
I mean, who you gonna believe? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. From what I've seen of M's,
Now.
You fucking did.
No, we fucking didn't. You jumped up, little twat.
Yes, you
fucking hell.
did. You told me to jump.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you did.
We had a go at you because you were acting like a complete idiot.
You're all there saying yes, you did.
Yeah.
Did.
No, we didn't. Wait until it comes up, and you'll be owing us an apology. If you
I mean, I wouldn't trust. Yeah, I wouldn't trust her either. But what did you?
in such a twat that night, we wouldn't have come for you in the first place. But the trouble is, you act like a complete
100%
twat
you
every
did,
night.
yes. Yeah.
The fact that again, you just. They are going for M's. Nearly spat my coffee out when she said jumped up. I mean, what the hell is going on? Peaches, we're just reviewing it. This clip came up on my FYP, and it's just the fact that you've got the elusive Angie just sat there. I'm like, oh, we all have a bit of drama, but damn.
You act like a twat every night.
I'm gonna fucking find it.
So there's no difference,
No,
is there?
send
The
you
only
an
difference is that
apology.
we came for you because you were going for someone else and you didn't
I
fucking
don't
like it,
think
did you?
that could possibly be on the FYP.
So when you say you give it, you can take it back, Ems. If you can't give it, don't take it.
But I will look on my.
And when that does come
my
up, you'll be
downloads live
apologising to
back.
us.
and
You'll
I'll
be
cut it,
apologising. You jumped
I'll
up
cut it
and
short. That's the easiest and simplest.
If you
thing that
weren't
I
so
could
pissed
do.
out of your brain, we wouldn't have come for you in the
I'm a
first
bit-
place.
Please stop spamming my chat. Please stop spamming my goddamn chat, okay?
And that's all DA. That's all DA is interested in is people spamming a chat. I'm like, maybe we need to be more interested in the fight that's going on. Yeah, how she speaks up about spamming the chat. I mean, yeah, Ems does bring strangers home. I think Ems has got a drinking problem. She asks for help, then ignores the help at the door, and she waits cops' time service. Yeah, she's another one that's got a rug issue. But I'm like, I just saw this clip and was like, oh my god.
Thanks for the gift.
DA is again just sat there. You had the freaking. I mean, it was funny because the other clip was funny because you had DG sat there with a cuppa in the car. But DA was also sat there in that clip, and she sat here in this clip. I'm like, yo, morning smashed potato. Yo, like what on earth? Thank you for the heart, Miss Mashed Potato, and thank you for the heart, Miss Power Cheryl. And Alex as well, sorry. We say rug so we don't get, yeah. I think this is going to be the best come drama. Oh, you know it's going to be drama. You just know. You just know it's going to be, you know it's going to be dramatic as fuck. Yeah, you just know it's going to be dramatic as fuck. I mean, I might tune in. I say might. Might. But that was some interesting things to start us off with. But like I say, how do I want to do this? Do I want to do... I've got the 5-minute clip up, or almost 6-minute clip up. It's gonna be chaotic. It's gonna be chaotic. I've got the 6-minute clip up. I would love to see Luke there kick off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've got the 6-minute clip, right? But there's also Pro Nothing 123 also has the 1 hour 40-minute full length clip. Good morning, BB. I hope you're doing well. I think the 6-minute clip is going to be enough, to be honest. So this was yesterday whilst I was live. He has the comments turned off during this process. I have no idea how loud this is going to be. Hang on. How loud?
And even...
Oh yeah. It's loud enough, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Morning, Moonlight. So yeah, this was during the live stream I did yesterday, and there's quite a bit to it. People were saying in the comments yesterday, yeah. So we had the earth baiting, and then we have this. I have some thoughts.
And even when they get offline, which I have done.
Are we talking about for 2 or 3 days? And then you just come back and repeat the same cycle? I mean, okay.
To be recognised, to have people take photos of you, to have people try and ruin your life.
People taking photos of you is ruining your life. And yeah, off TikTok, but was still on Instagram. Going from one app to the other isn't coming off social media. Okay? But go off, and kick you. But people taking photos of you, okay, because you're a wrong 'un. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to that, Luna, because they do bring that up.
How do you expect someone to...
Yeah, they did tell me about ruining their life, yeah. But nobody's ruining their life. They ruined their own life. And always bringing up the past. Yeah, they do.
Imprisoned in real life by masses of groups of people trying to tear you down and ruin your life.
You ruined your own life and you imprisoned yourself. Yeah, I know. You ruined your own life, Alphabet, and you have imprisoned yourself. You did that by your actions.
I'm going to be dead by 28 at least, mate.
By the way, there is massive trigger warnings. That's the reason why I've kept the trigger warning up. There is massive trigger warnings throughout this. Was they imprisoned at the nightclub the other week? Yeah. Yeah, they were imprisoned at the nightclub the other week, of course. As I said in the last live, I'm going to say in this one, if you need to step away, that is perfectly fine. And there is, in my pinned videos, there is numbers to call if people need it. Hey, Inked Mom, there is numbers to call if you need it, and a grounding technique if you need it.
Maybe. If it carries on like this, unless my pills work better.
they do bring up FASD. Unless your pills work better. Pills, antidepressants are not a magic pill make. I've been on antidepressants for 10 years. In fact, it'll be 11 years this year. They're not a magic pill make. And I was chronically depressed before then. They're not a magic pill make. All depends. Yeah, they say. I do try to be. They say FASD is a short lifespan. All depends on how you choose to live. Exactly, Fentic. It is. I get that, Alex. Yeah, it depends. It can depend. It can depend on the. It depends on the body and things like that. It hasn't even got into their system yet. No. It takes a long time to get into the system. But yes, they do bring up FASD, which I have a problem with them bringing that up and how they bring it up.
And it's going to be by an overdose or something.
Again, I'm back. Let me. Good morning, Eden. Let me see if I can do something. I don't have the. Let me do that. Oh no, they just wait.
To be honest, and that's just how it's going to be. Because I can't do that. It's going to be.
Okay.
Overdose.
You can't do that, but as in the buttering. We'll say buttering. We're going to use the word buttering. Yeah, you have threatened to do that on a live stream before. You have gotten objects before and threatened to do it on a live stream before. Exactly, Wicked, yeah.
Tried it once, didn't work, vomited. Tried it twice, didn't do it. Woke up.
Okay. Again, I keep on having to. This is exactly why I believe a social worker told them their nails were too sharp. Possibly, Haley, yeah. Let's not forget the bread buttering too. Yes, yeah. Their body is too used to the snow. It won't work for them. Yes, yeah, exactly, Alex, yeah.
Thanks for following.
Is he doing pity party time? They did yesterday. As I say, whilst this all happened whilst I was live yesterday and I didn't see the clips, whereas now I've seen the clips, so that's what we're going over. Thank you for the legend of Sophie. So that's what we're going over. Because people were saying it yesterday, and now we're going over the clips. But yeah.
And no one seems to, get it. And I'm sorry for saying this on live.
No, this is where he doesn't seem to understand. No, we do get it. We're just sick and tired of you using SH
Thanks for the gift.
as a weapon against people. That
Thanks
is
for the
what we are
gift.
fed up of seeing. Or because they got called out again. Well, yeah. Well,
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you for the Heart Me Gemma, and thank you for the Heart Me Haley. We're just going over. This is a condensed version of E's SH or their S baiting from yesterday.
I don't really know who to talk to right now. I'm sorry. Again. Oopsie, again. I'm sorry.
So, if they had a social worker, wouldn't they need to talk to a social... Wouldn't they go and talk to the social worker? We're going to get to that box. Another form of manipulation from E. Yes, Nemesis. E would never do it. You would just go and do it. Yeah, inked, Mum. Someone did bring that up. A therapist. Yeah, exactly. But the social worker would put them in contact. If they had a social worker, they would put them in contact with a therapist if he was feeling this kind of way. That would be too easy. Would rather come on here. Yeah. And do this.
Just blunt. I'm blunt, and I'm sorry. I just wish people could just understand that and not be triggered by what I'm saying.
Then don't say it. 111 crisis team. Well, apparently he called the crisis team. Well, yes, little love. Yeah, there is that. If in supported accommodation, they probably won't have a social worker, but a support worker. From what I understand, it's just a normal housing. From what I understand, I'm sure a social worker would get them to live somewhere where they aren't on their own. I mean, yeah, but at this point, who knows?
And just have a bit of understanding.
No, because again, you, Alphaba, you need to understand. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Fox. After this live stream was done, Alphaba was straight on Grinder. So they pulled this stunt and then went straight on Grinder. So there's that. You want people to understand. No, you want to manipulate. That's what you want to do.
On how I feel. Because it's every single day. I try and keep positive. I try so hard. And no matter how positive I try and stay, people still try to ruin my life.
You ruined your own life. People are calling you out. He wants to use this as a form of not to have to work. I mean, people have said that. Also, he was in other lives in the chat after as well. Yeah. That money isn't coming in like it was, yeah. People have not ruined your life. People are not trying to ruin your life. People want you off social media to stop trying to manipulate the minors and manipulate the vulnerable communities. That's what people want, yet you still remain. People want you to stop doing what you're doing. People, you have ruined your own life. You have done that. I think other stuff is happening in the background as well. I mean, yeah, Wicked, I'm sure it is. Positivity isn't being delusional. Well, Haley, yeah. He is trying to exude toxic positivity because he is trying to live in a world where he doesn't get called out. He is being called out. And that's what he doesn't like. He ruined their own life. Nobody forced them to do what they are doing. Yeah. Or if he wants this to stop, all he has to do is delete their accounts. Simple. But he will never do it. So the calling out continues.
And they call me this P-word when I'm not.
You are. You are a predator who preys on the vulnerable communities and minors, because you take 18 plus off. That has been proven. Jesus. Do you think this is all deflection from anyone asking about this? Well, no. The 3 weeks are up. Well, okay, we're going to get into that. Apparently their cameo is gone. No, somebody said that they couldn't find the cameo, Emily, but then other people said that they could find it. So, yeah, some people can't see it, then other people can see it.
Not that. It's just... It's disgusting to live with.
Then stop preying on the vulnerable and put all your shit on 18 plus and keep it on 18 plus. Stop trying to justify talking and manipulating minors. It's that simple. Morning, Ratty. It's that simple.
You know? People even call me a danger to my baby. Like, what the
Right.
fuck?
Because that cat is jumping to get out that window. You are currently, right, I right now have my blinds open and the curtains open. You are currently sitting with your blinds down. That cat wants to escape. You can tell every single time that the window open, the window twitches just a little, that cat runs. You are neglecting that cat. Again, you are conflating animal ABUSC physically and ABUSC emotionally. And neglect. There's two different things. That kitten is unlimited time. It is, Hayley. It is. You can see it in the kitten's health. They also said the cat is 4 months old, which makes no sense. Yeah, exactly, Legend of Sophie. So, that's the reason why people are saying that. Because you are neglecting the cat's health. It's coming up to 5 months old or 6. Yeah. You can't even get the cat's age correct. Yeah, you could, Joe. You could. I forgot to say. You could see it. You could see that the cat was trying to climb the window. The cat wants to escape. That's the reason why people are saying it. Eli's at the cat's age because he's not had her spayed. Yeah. Yeah, 5 months or something. Yeah, so it's like, that's the reason why.
And it's all these fucking keyboard warriors behind the screen. You know what I mean?
Because I live up north, dumbass. They also said this about their old cat, that it was their baby. Yeah, exactly, Shah. Has he said that baby was born the day before my birthday, so 19th of November, yeah. Is the cat insured? He needs to walk it if he don't get it out. Oh, Mum does. Yeah, Kel, no, I don't think the cat's insured. So it was okay for E to be a keyboard warrior in CLA's chat. Well, E has an explanation. E has an explanation for that one. It's painful for cats to be in season, poor thing. I know, Kazza, I know. Two. So I know. Yeah, I've got a little fair baby. Cat I'm sure only went to a cat charity for eye check. They're about it. Yeah, lazy. Yeah. So, are we ready for this one? Are we ready?
Thanks for following.
Awareness community watching this, you're sad.
I'm not, I don't class myself as awareness. I just call your ass out, and I watch other things, and we listen to music, we chat about gaming, we chat about many different things, but go off, you cesspool of an evil creature. Go on.
I'll be dead soon, and I hope you understand you'll be held fucking responsible when I'm gone.
Why? Why? Why would... Why? Why would we be held responsible? Because of your shitty lifestyle? Because of the way you eat, and the fact of you don't look after yourself, and the fact of you live in a cesspit?
Thanks for the
That's
gift.
not on us, that's on you. Morning, Charlie. Watching me, watching you. Haley. Whoever gives them the substances or
Thanks for the gift.
etc. would be held responsible. Yeah. Why would we be responsible for their actions? Oh, just wait. He does this to himself literally. No, but we're all responsible. We're all responsible. But just wait.
And you better fucking hide when that happens, because the police will be after you.
Ooh. Really? Okay. The police are going to be after me because I call your ass out for being a predator. Okay.
Because
Thanks for the
I
gift.
can assure you, I'll write it in a fucking note when I die.
Well, my name's Josh. Go for it. Go for it. Hang on. I have got multiple medication. I will come down to London, where you live, and hand you multiple packets of gabapentin, topiramate, and mirtazapine. Because we're calling them out, Kazza, that's why. Because somebody called Alphabet a PDF. Because Alphabet can't take responsibility for talking to minors. For them manipulating the autistic community. For them faking being trans for the God knows how many years. Hey Julie. Thank you for the gifts, Riri. Okay. I'll hand you the medication. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, proves to you this dirty, disgusting motherfucker has never, not once tried to commit suicide. And I'll say it fully. Because no one would ever say those words. No one would ever utter those words. No one. So go ahead, Alphabet. Do it. You pissed people off way too much. Exactly, Luna. And people that would do that don't tell people, they just do it. I know. If he really felt that way, it confuses me why they don't seek help. Because they don't. Poppy, they don't want help. They don't want help, and they don't feel that way. They just want to manipulate their audience. That's what this is all about. They just want to manipulate their audience. Good morning, Signal Booster. They just want to manipulate their audience, and they just want to do a pity party. You've got to get to a place where you want to help yourself, which I did. I get that, Luna. I've been there. Alphabet has no idea where you had to pick yourself up off the floor. No idea. But wants
Thanks
to,
for following.
But wants to weaponize it against people, which is sick.
Thanks for following.
Yeah, okay, exactly, Signal Booster. Exactly. I know, their life is over,
Thanks
Luna.
for the gift.
Their life is now over. No job. Their housing's coming up, so they're going to be out on the streets. And the calling out is going to continue. Sorry, Alphaba. It's going to continue. He's used it over and over as their scapegoat to get out of many things. Exactly, Gavin, they have. To blame people for something he's never actually done. Yeah. Do we know for sure about housing yet? I mean, the timing's coming up. They've been there for, I want to say, a year and a half now. Jenin, a year and a half they've been in that housing. Yeah, they have used it on Gender GP.
And I just feel like I'm the only person in this world right now on my own.
And whose fault's that? Whose fault's that? I'm the only person on my own. Whose fault's that? You've had friends. You've had support. You've had hundreds of thousands of pounds. Whose fault's that? Yours. Yours and yours alone. There have been many people who supported you even through all of the bullshit. Even when you have trashed the autistic community, trashed the trans community, people have still supported you. Then we have the I'm sorry post and he's trying to be a better person again. Yep.
And I'm different to every single person in this whole planet. And that's how I feel right now. I feel like I'm the only one that is different.
Yeah, because you're a monster. Because you're on the... yeah, you're on the same level as some very high profile people. That's why. I thought he had lots of friends in Manchester. They have lots of friends in Manchester. Oh, Kel, we're going to get to that, the FAS, because they do bring it up. They have lots of friends in Manchester. They have friends up north, apparently. He chooses to serve in a room and not in the real world. Yeah, I mean, they do. Everyone is different in their own way, but we don't do what you do. Yes.
And I don't fit in anywhere.
Because you prey on minors, you prey on vulnerable people, and you're a wrong 'un. That's why. London was supposed to be a fresh start. Nothing changed, just location. Yeah.
I don't feel like I fit in anywhere, and the only place I fit in is Wicked.
We're gonna get tears about Wicked now.
Because I can go and see that show and feel safe. And escape from the fucking reality.
You can escape the reality of the fact of what you've done. You can escape reality of what you've done. Someone get the world's most tiniest violin out for EP.
Thanks for following.
And they don't want them either. No, Wicked don't want them either. But that's the reason why you want to escape to Wicked. Because you can escape reality, and reality is you've done harm and damage and continue to do so. and now you're trying to use suicide as a weapon against people.
Thanks for following.
Thank you for following. Yeah, 0 tears. Alphabet can't cry.
Thanks for following.
Alphabet can't cry. Yeah. Evil people can't cry. They can fake it. They can mimic and fake emotion, but they can never actually produce any real emotions. Evil people can't do emotions.
And I had to stay on my phone. And I may have FAS.
Oh, here we go. Here's the FASD. Here we go. I've got questions. That's okay, Nemesis. Oh no, sorry, not Nemesis. Neff. Sorry. Sorry, Neff. I do apologise. I thought it was Nemesis. Jojo, good morning. Now we're gonna get in Tara. Sorry, Tara. I do apologise. Hey, Flower Power. I do apologise. The misinformation on this was wild. Oh, we're gonna get into this. The FASD.
And if I have that, then I don't have a long life.
Okay, that's not my problem. It's not my issue. Not your problem to solve. But we're gonna get into it. Have you heard about mini gays where the mask drops for a second when E checks the chat? They don't have the chat open. Oh, you're an Egyptian queen. Oh, okay.
Because people say I have it. Well, I'm actually going to ask to be tested for it. And if it turns out that I have FASD, my life expectancy will be 30 in my 30s, and then.
Well, that's not technically true because you can get medication and get help that will make it last longer. But I have questions. It's in the notes, but I have questions here. Born with I'm 50. Oh, you was born with FASD and I'm 54 next month. They talk so much waffle. I have questions here. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Question. Little question. Autism. What happened to the autism diagnosis? That's swiftly been brushed under the rug. So now you want to get tested for FASD. So what happened to the autism diagnosis? You know, when you got tested and you definitely got autism type 1. So yes, predatory behavior because you fucking came online on your little fucking Instagram and then came to TikTok. See, this is where you're getting me all fucked up. You came to fucking Instagram, then to TikTok, and was like, oh, now I can act weird. Now I can do all this stuff. Oh, tomatoes and da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da. Planes and noises and da-da and smoke and da. So what happened to that? So now you want to get tested for FASD. So what happened to the autism diagnosis? What happened? So you spent the last 6 fucking years clinging to an autism diagnosis, because the last month wasn't the first time that this cunt, this evil person, has sat there and tried to claim autism. At the end of the day, I don't care what fucking diagnosis you have. You're an evil specimen, mocking multiple communities, and that's the reason why you will be henceforth known as the Pred of TikTok, because you prey on multiple communities. You mock it constantly, and what we're about to get into, the fucking irony of what you're about to say is fucking funny. I mean,
I'll be gone because my kidneys and liver and
I don't care. You want me to feel something for you? I don't. If you died tomorrow, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't care. One less Pred on TikTok. Wow. Which will expose their lies. They'll see E is just mental, yeah.
and heart won't last. If that's true, people say I have FASD all the time. So actually, I'm actually going to see if I actually am going to get tested for it and see what the hell is wrong.
I know what's wrong with you. You're a predator. That's what's wrong with you. You're a scam artist. You try and con people out of money, out of housing, out of anything that you can.
Thanks for following.
Because you're a freaking evil person. All the stuff he has...
Thanks for following.
All the stuff he has done, no one will help them if he got hurt on
Thanks
the
for the
streets.
gift.
No, they wouldn't. No one would help them.
That's a potential. So you will say, oh, FASD emails. You say it like it's trolling, but people with FASD, right, are people, and
No, you're not a person. You're an evil creature on TikTok. Morning, Imran. You're an evil creature on TikTok. That's what you are. Yeah, the dark triad. Exactly, Fox. You're a dark creature on TikTok. You're not human. No human being would do this. No human being would
Thanks for
fake
the
being
gift.
trans for so many years to con hundreds of thousands of pounds. No human being would fake being autistic. They're just desperate to be diagnosed with anything. He makes me so... I know Witchy, I like the name. I would just walk away. I cannot help someone like that, and I will help anyone except that. I know, Reese. I can see why Maria doesn't want to be around them anymore. I definitely can. I can see why no friend, no parent, no... Literally, no friends and no parents. Maybe the problem is actually Alpha.
you taking the piss out of that is so wrong and so disgusting to...
Says the person who sat there and taken the piss out of the autistic community. Says the person who sat there and taken the piss out of suicide multiple times. And the Tourette's, the tics, faking it all. Yep. Why not just ask Maria first? She'd know if she was drinking. I mean, people could ask Maria. You can only lead a horse to water, so to speak. Not even their quote-unquote sister comes around. No family, no nothing. Pretend seizures. He's faked it all. He has faked a lot of shit. They should put the same effort into living that do lying and manipulating. They should. Maria will deny it. Yeah, I'm sure she would. They just keep digging themselves a bigger hole that they'll never be able to get out of. No, He does realise the assessment process involves assessing cognitive functions like memory, etc. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't realise that. He abused titles that no one really wants but lives with it. He just threw it all in people's faces. Jeffrey Dahmer parents still had contact with him in jail. He can't even get a call from Maria. Tells you everything. I get that, Reese. Maria blamed the dad for drinking while she was pregnant. Yeah, that doesn't work that way.
Say that in the first place and to laugh about it and to make accounts of it when they're actually suffering. And to say I have it to the point where actually now I'm going to get tested for it because you put it in my mind.
They didn't put it in your mind. Do you not remember, Alphaba? Do you not remember? Should we go back? All the way back to when you first came to this app, when you listed out diagnoses, and one of them was FASD. Yeah. People didn't put it in your mind. You said it. A good liar needs a good memory. Yeah, HGT, yeah. They can't remember their own BS. You said that. You were listing off diagnoses. IBS was one, FASD was another, autism was another, none of which you have.
Thanks for the gift.
What you are is an evil creature. That's it.
And you said some god-awful stuff about my mum.
I mean, she raised you. She raised the evil creature we see on TikTok. Hey, Wreckage.
Thanks for following.
Is there an illness he's not had? No. Thank you for that, me Wreckage.
Thanks for the gift.
That's why my ex slipped up with their lies, because they couldn't remember them. Yeah, Gemma. I mean...
Thanks for the gift.
Maria scams as well. Not just... Maria's just more covert about it. Well, she birthed the Antichrist. Yeah. She birthed the spawn of freaking Satan.
How do you not expect me to get tested for it? So if it turns out I have it, then my life expectancy is not long.
And I don't care. Laura had a good point. He's now admitting Marie pickled them. She's going to hate them. Yeah, she will. Hasn't he said awful things about mum, like my mum? Yeah, he's turned around and said nasty things about Maria. What are they testing for now? FASD, Susan. FASD.
At all. And there's a high rate in suicidal attempts in that as well.
Hey, Alpha, guess what? There's also a high suicide rate in autistic people as well. You know, the community, and also in the trans community as well. You know, the communities that you have been mocking for 6+ years. You know, the trans community that you've taken hundreds of thousands of pounds out of. Yeah.
Thanks for the gift.
They can't talk about us when they tell someone to find a bridge. Yeah. There is no test for FASD. I just ask Google. No, I mean, but he's gonna go and get tested.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you.
So I understand that.
Okay, so right, so that's video number 1. Now I'm gonna go to Pro Nothing's account, and then I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. I'm not gonna watch everything. I'm gonna go towards the end. I think it might be here because there was a bit more, and I bet you that's fucked up, hasn't it? Oh no, that's fine. Ha! Dr. Google does not count it. No, it doesn't. He loves to drain a system he's never paid into. I mean, yeah. He wants testing for everything but wasting NHS resources and time when truly ill people need docs. Yeah, exactly. Look, that reminds me, I really should call the... yeah, I should call for my freaking shit. They've sort of just left me to my own devices, and I'm like, I don't want to go.
Which is fine, but there's a limit here, and there's a red line to cross, and once...
Wait, hang on, I need to go back a bit further. There was a
They're
point.
trying to... Oh, they're not trying to help. You can...
Right, so
Eat what the fuck? You don't care. You're not my doctor. You know what I mean?
Thanks for the gift.
So why just fucking win?
they were going on about sugar, so that's where I started watching it from. This is where I started watching this from, because I'm not gonna watch all of this, because at the end of the day, I don't care about the fucking black hole space that they were going on about, and I don't really care about the fucking. They're on kick now. Of course they are. Of course they are. Thank you for the breakthrough star, Susan. This was because E was moaning about their weight yet twisted it. Yeah.
So yeah, I had a lot of that last night. Have I tried diamond art? No, I've never tried that. I don't know what that is.
Why they no longer live on TikTok? Because they get roomed on TikTok. That's why. Because no one's falling for their bullshit on TikTok. He only come back to TikTok when the kids were off school. Yeah, literally. The minute Morning Mystique. Raccoon is a bit different today. Yeah, the picture got taken, and then I had to put another
Thanks
one
for
up.
the gift.
Thank you, Susan, for the finger heart. Thank you. Yeah, they said no to every suggestion. Woe is me. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Thanks for following.
Thank you for following, Mel. Does the UK have a 5150 system like the US where people can be held for 72 hours for mental eval? Yes, to a degree. But it has to be a family member. This is what irritates me. His behaviour is appalling to their viewers. Yeah, it is. DT, yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. That's the reason why they are evil. They're pure evil at this point. They're just pure evil.
So much sugar in that, and fucking what?
Yeah, this is what I started watching this from. One of E's victim has come forward on FYP Ninja from years ago. Crash out coming. Oh Jesus. Yeah, you know there's going to be a crash out. Police can 5150 people here in the US. I don't think the police would get involved. He scammed before on TikTok and it worked for years, so he is going to keep trying. Yes, Molly, yeah, they are. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be calm today. Mystic, I haven't been. He wants to get a diagnosis for FASD now, and apparently, Mystique, if he unalives, it's going to be all on us, and the police are going to come for us because he's going to write a note. Yep, he used suicide as a weapon against everyone who calls Alphabet out. So at this point, he is no longer human. He is vermin and a predator.
Why do you care how much sugar is in my drink, you fucking weirdo? Honestly.
because you complain about your weight. I know it's no good. E can't spell. I mean, yeah. The police can get you detained on the Mental Health Act and get you assessed. They can do. Just the police can section them under the 130. They can do, but E's not at that stage. They can, but E will never be at that stage. E will never be at that stage because he's not mentally unwell. He's just a predator online.
Seriously.
You complain about your weight. That's the reason why I said about the sugar.
That's just weird. That's like me saying to you.
Yeah, he does need help. They need to get offline. Morning, Lou. They need to seriously delete all of their accounts, but they never will do. So they will be constantly be called out. He is the worst person I've ever seen. Yep. Sleeping, smoking. Yeah, he is the worst person I've ever seen.
Don't drink this Dr. Pepper, it's going to make you fat. Then you'd cancel me if I said that to you, didn't you? Know what I mean? So why is it okay if you...
He won't leave. I think he likes the drama too much. Yeah.
You'd say it to me, but I can't say it to you. Oh, it's because I have a platform. I don't fucking care. I'm a human being. Do you know what I mean?
You complain about your weight. You sit there and complain about your weight. So somebody
Thanks for
said
the gift.
about that thing having sugar in it. Oh my god. Thank you for the rainbows, Power Cheryl.
I'll say how I feel. That's how it goes.
Oh, but when we say how we feel, you don't like it. Funny how when we give our opinions, you threaten suicide.
I don't care. Treat others how you want to be treated.
You lost 40 pounds just by not drinking soda anymore. Wow. Damn. Maybe I should stop putting sugar in my coffee. That's never gonna happen.
IBS triggers. Oh my god, I don't care. You're not my doctor.
Oh, we're gonna get into that now because I think that's said here.
I leave. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, I'll eat what I want.
Then don't sit there and complain about your weight. If you can eat what you want and eat the chocolate cake and eat all the sugars, then don't sit there and complain about your weight and blame it on your sertraline like you have done.
Gives a fuck. Eat what the fuck you want, honestly. Stop fucking body shaming and telling people what to eat and be like, oh my god, it's the IBS trigger. No, you're not my fucking body. I don't care. I'll eat what I want. I'm an adult. I'll eat what I want and drink what I want. Thank you very much.
All they turned around and said was that has sugar in it.
No one's criticising you. Yes, they are. Thank you very much. Then there's no need for you to say it in the first place, is there, if you're not criticising me? They're trying to... Oh, they're not trying to help. You can just see they're not trying to help. It's just not helpful.
Hang on. I'm on sertraline, not getting a pound in weight. Well, he blames sertraline. Yeah, talk about paranoid. Talk about paranoid.
They don't complain. I will complain what I fucking want on my account, on my live stream. You're not obligated to help me. You're here. You're watching voluntarily.
Thanks for the gift.
Then, oh my god. Thank you for the help me, John. Oh my god. You sat there and complained about your weight for ages because you're piling on the pounds, which is true. So then someone suggests that the drink you have contains sugar. And this is your fucking spiral? Okay.
So you have no say in my business and no obligation to be here as well. But
Yeah, they were piling on the weight before the sertraline, but Alpha blames the sertraline for the weight gain.
you choose to stay here, which is fine, but there's a limit here and there's a red line to cross, and once you cross that, that's when the bitch is activated, and that's how it goes. Just putting it real.
Oh, but when we have an opinion of you being a predator, we're not allowed to have that opinion. When it's a known fact that you prey on the vulnerable and prey on the communities. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, I can take comments in the wrong way if they don't mean that, because I don't know, because I can't see what you're saying. I can't see how you're saying it to me, because obviously a comment section is like, I'm reading it, you know, so I can't tell how you're saying it to me, so my perception will be on how I feel in that moment. And if you're putting certain emojis or things like that to say how you say it, or you're just coming across really blunt and really like naggy and manipulative
You mean how you come across?
towards me, then I'll take it that way.
I love the fact that he uses the word manipulative. Oh, but you mean how you manipulate people daily? You're not prepared to take accountability for anything. Their mother has been their ultimate defender. Yeah, they have, yeah.
You know, so just understand that if you're trying to be really helpful, that's nice and appreciated, but it's not obligated, and you have to be mindful when you're trying to be helpful to someone, because you have to understand that person may not take it how you're saying it. So try and be mindful as much as possible to how you're saying it to people.
Basically, kiss my ass. Translation: you can't call me out, you can't say anything. This is Alphabet. I get to sit and complain. I get to manipulate my audience. I get to S-bait. I get to prey on people. But nobody can call me out. Isn't that right, Alphabet?
And that is a fact, and that is a real life lesson and a social cue to use and learn, which will be helpful, because we all need that, including myself. All growing and learning, okay?
Growing and learning my ass. You're fucking 22 years of age. Time for this old witch to fly. Have a fabulous day, amazing people. Well, I hope you have a good day too, witch. Yeah, I hope you have a good day too. Remember, don't hex anyone. Sorry, what about S-bait then? Exactly, Becky. Exactly.
Every day. That is your responsibility to remain calm. If you are offended, you are absolutely...
Thanks for the gift.
Oh, now this is where we're going to get into the telling someone to jump off a bridge. Thank you for the roses, Gemma. Telling someone to jump off a bridge comment. This is where this comes to.
Absolutely correct. It's also my responsibility to call out the bullshit.
Oh, you mean like
Thanks
we
for
call out
following.
your bullshit? You mean like we... Thank you for following, Jonah. You mean like we call out your bullshit? Oh, okay. You mean like when we call out yours? Okay. Okay then. But when we call out your bullshit, you threaten to unalive and say that you're going to write a note. Gotcha. Gotcha. I'm telling you 1000% that was a box E got of someone. I bet million E is not on searching. Probably. I mean, no, it did have E's name on it. It said Mr. Alphabet Orion Dorothy, didn't it, Alphabet? The realistic answer is E hasn't grown or learnt anything and doesn't want to. Yeah. E loves themselves too much to ever do harm to themselves. Oh, we know it.
And the two-faced people. And the not so helpful people who are trying to act like they're helpful, but they're being fake about it and being two-faced.
You mean like you? You mean like you? Oh, I'm going to be nice to your face, but I'm going to slag you off. Didn't you do that to Juan? Didn't you do that to Daryl? Oh, yes you did. Didn't you do that to multiple other people? That's the reason why they came forward on TikTok? No, yes you did. Oh my god. That's the reason why you have no friends. That's the reason why your friends left you, because you're a two-faced so-and-so. They're just describing themselves at this point, yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to
Thanks for following.
Thank you for following,
Because
Becky.
sometimes it could be like, I love your dress, but I don't like your face kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
I don't like that dress on you. I mean, some of the outfits that you fucking pick, seriously.
That's the kind of vibe I can, like, that's the kind of attitudes you get when people say, like, oh my god, like, when they say they're trying to be helpful, like, oh my god,
Thanks for the
you
gift.
should just, like, not sing. Or, like, you should just, like...
Yeah, you shouldn't sing. I mean, to be fair, I shouldn't sing, but I do anyway, because I call it butcheroki, because guess what? I'm not trying to be a professional singer. They are a spoiled control freak. Their way or the highway. I have one Facebook will tell you if you're being a see you next Tuesday. Yeah. If they took the dresses, wouldn't look that bad. I mean, yeah, if they took it, wouldn't look that bad. Shame about the face, though. See, this is the issue here now. This is the issue here now. Ah, I love that name, TikTok Auntie. The thing is now, he can paint their face and make themselves look beautiful and use AI filters and make themselves look gorgeous. They're rotten to the core. Hey, Sarah. Their problem is now that they're just rotten to the core. What happened to all the vintage dresses? Oh, yeah, that's true. That's another good question. Good morning, Teddy.
Not eat. You know, or you should just, like, not, like, have that sugar. And it's like, I eat the fuck I want. Do you know what I mean?
Then don't sit there and complain when you're a fat sod. The vintage dresses were all too small, probably. If he did end stuff and donate their organs, I'll reject it, Haley. Or in a pile of dirt on the floor stinking, probably.
Like, you shouldn't have that calorie. It's not really good for you. Bitch, if you just say that in real life, you get smacked up. Do you know what I mean? By someone. Not by me. I'm not like that as a person. Would never do that.
Only because you run and hide when someone does confront you in real life. We've seen that multiple times, haven't we, Alphabet? When you turn around and say, come and say it to my face, someone does and you run and hide.
Thanks for the gift.
But if it was like the wrong person, do you know what I mean? You say that to someone, you get smacked up, do you know what I mean? Especially from a woman, like, you get a slap.
Thank you for the
talk to a
galaxy,
queen.
Gemma, and thank you for the heart me, Kath. Alphabet, here's the thing. You're the one that sits there and complains about your weight. You. Not your chat. You. You do that. So people take the piss because you're the one that sits there and complains about it. And all
Thanks for
someone
the gift.
said was maybe you shouldn't eat the sugar. Thank you for the level up sparks, Gemma. You're the one that does that. You.
Like that and be like, hey, you shouldn't eat that food. You shouldn't eat that cake. Just be like,
You shouldn't open your mouth, but
Thanks for the gift.
here we are. Good for his friend. Not me, not Hermione, you. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't slap someone over a calorie comment. Nah, I'd just move on, but... he has asked for advice on how to lose weight. They have. They really have.
Thanks for the gift.
They have, so I don't get what the issue is. But they're spiraling right now.
excuse me. How dare you, queen? Do you know what I mean? Like, raw. You know?
Weird.
So let's not Let's not like judge on what people should eat or how we look.
Says the person who judges everyone by what they look like, and when you get called out in comment sections, you've come for people's looks because that's the only thing that you know how to do. Wow. How old is he? 22. 22. Where is he getting these words from? I mean, yeah, how rude was he about Jojo? I mean, yeah. He's constantly come for people's weight. Haven't you, E? Yeah, Haley.
Because everybody is different and beautiful in different shapes and sizes and colours and rainbows and everything.
The fucking irony of Alphabet to say this, yet when Alphabet gets called out by a woman, never does it to a man. Yeah, quite songs like never does it to a man. Although they did do it to Dean. I saw them do it to Dean. But it's always a woman and about a woman's weight. Isn't that right, Alphabet?
And the universe, and that is it. And that's how it goes. So pardon moi for eating a croissant, pardon me for eating a cake, and pardon me for eating an unhealthy salad.
No, so isn't that they are 22.
That I will eat what I want. And if you say, oh my god, that has so much sugar in it, oh my god, stop it, then why don't you focus on what you eat and not me?
Because you're the one, again, that sits there and they are jealous of Dean. You're the one that sat there and complained about your weight. They're trying to give off the camp gay voice, Luna. Because they don't brush, Susan. You're the one that complains about your weight. So sorry that someone gave you advice because you're the one that complained and said that you were gaining weight. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. He complains about weight, gets advice, goes on a rant. Yep. Oh, Signal Booster. You should never feel ashamed.
You know what I mean? Sorry. Anyway.
Oh yeah, he has known to be racist as well, but he wants to hide all that evidence, huh?
My friends, yeah, but they're your friends. Not a stranger. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if you were to say to a stranger, hey, you're a bit fat, eat less cake.
Haven't you turned around and said, hey, you're a bit fat to women? Online, Alphabet? Yes, you have. Hypocrite.
You'd get slapped in real life. This is what strangers coming into my comment section saying to me, calling me fat and basically you're eating too much sugar, and I don't even know that.
Because you call yourself fat, dumbass. Yeah, they slated size 16s. Yep, they did. How many times has he said, I feel like you're all my friends and we're on a FaceTime? Yeah, they have said that too.
You'd go up in real life to someone and say, hey, you know, that slice of cake is a bit big for you, isn't it? Or is it? Do you get what I'm saying?
Alphabet, you don't eat slices of cake. You eat the whole fucking cake. All this derived from 2 short comments in the chat. Yes, Charlie, and they did. Didn't they call them in that anyway? Yeah. You're off to London this weekend. Would love to say something to that face. I mean, Signal Booster.
Thanks for the
There's
gift.
plenty that I'd love to say to that face, but I'd never get the chance. And the fact he told someone to unalive themselves because they called them a PDF, which is true. Yeah, we're going to get into that. With the cake comment, exactly the sentence I thought, yeah, he didn't eat the slice of cake, he ate the whole cake. But that's the reason why I started watching this from the sugar comment, so I thought we'd go through that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
It's just like that, but virtually.
No, because you're a hypocrite. As always, you're a hypocrite, you're a monster, you're a predator. I know, Mystique, I know.
To be fair, you do eat a portion for 8 people. Yeah, I do. And what? And what? Didn't stop you. Can you block that, please? Thank you.
Oh, we have a block thing. Didn't stop you.
Well, if someone calls me the P word, I'll say that.
Oh, this is where it is. Didn't stop you from telling someone to basically jump off a bridge. And this is where we get into it. This is where we get into it.
I'll say that back to them. That's how it goes. Thank you very much.
Then maybe, here's a thought. Stop talking to minors. Stop trying to manipulate autistic people. Stop trying to manipulate the trans community.
Because that can affect someone's mental health. And I don't fucking care, to be honest.
Oh. What about everybody else's mental health? When you just S-baited.
That's how it goes. When you're fucking done with people and you're sick of the bullying and you're sick of the bullshit.
Maybe we're sick of your bullshit. But you continue and carry on.
Then you'll say stuff and I don't fucking care. Oh, it is horrid, but it's also horrid to call someone the P word and make them feel suicidal over it.
You mean faking suicide? Because you were on Grindr. It's such, I mean, haven't we all? I mean, I think this was said on Reddit. Let me get the terminology correct. Hi, Kat. Let me get the terminology correct. I'm probably going to butcher it. I think it was like depressed dick or something. Haven't we all felt like a bit of a depressed dick? He went in their feelings that way. There's some guilt behind it. Yeah. They are live now, Naomi, on Kick. This was yesterday. Yeah, dated some. Yeah. They are on Kick. But this was yesterday. So, but remember, this is all a performance. Just like that was all a performance. And if you didn't talk to minors and didn't try to manipulate the autistic community and didn't try to manipulate the trans community, you wouldn't be called those names. You're the one that took 18 plus off and it was shown on Kick. And you've taken 18 plus off on TikTok and on all your apps. I get that. Oh, they're not live on Kick. You just checked. Okay. I know they went on live. Morning, Miss Thing. I know they went on live. Maybe. And that's a justified reaction, is it? To go and tell someone to jump off a bridge. Okay. Yeah, you want to sit there and claim suicide. Okay.
Correct. So I reacted back on how they treated me. 'Cause that's the same fucking thing.
No, it's not. You are a predator. You are a predator. There is receipts all over TikTok. I'm good, Miss Thing. I hope you are too. He was so distressed after the live that he went on Grinder that night. Yep. Yeah, which I'm guessing they didn't manage to get any D because they came on freaking TikTok crying. Their last kick live was 2 days ago. Oh, well, okay. If they can't get validation in social media, they go to Grindr for it. Yeah. And he confessed a few weeks ago. Yeah, they confessed to it. You confessed. So someone called you out in CLA's chat.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Trans women do use Grindr.
You could have left the chat. I could have left it.
Yeah, you could have left the chat, but you decided to stay and go back and forth with people.
The chat. You're absolutely correct. But I didn't leave the chat. I defended myself and reacted.
No. You reacted because it's true.
Because I'm a human being with a brain and mental health issues.
No. No. You don't have mental health issues. You have a drug problem. Are they live on TikTok? What is the account? No, they're not live on TikTok. This was yesterday. He's running out of social media platforms to go on. I'm happy about that. Yeah, I didn't bring that. Mental health is like Amberlyn bringing up BPD. Yeah, they were hoping CLA would stick up for them and she didn't. Yeah, anyone else think they use Grindr for getting clients? Yeah, but they put H&H over the weekend, so yeah.
And that's it. Other facts of the way mental health issues only grates me. Well, if it grates you, then great out of here. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, everybody has mental health. Everybody does have mental health, and people deal with mental health in different fucking ways, sweetheart.
Sweetheart. High and horny, Amber. It means high and horny. Literally comes back like a child, yeah.
Shower of hands, who in the room has mental health issues? I'm not taking away that people have mental health issues. I'm saying that people handle it differently in different ways, and we should all appreciate that, and we should all understand that and listen like normal human beings and understand
Thanks
each
for the
other.
gift.
Maybe the world will be a better place.
No. What you mean is, people need to validate my mental health. Only my mental health. That's what you mean. Does CLA know what I mean triggers my fight or flight? Yeah. That's what you mean. That's what you mean. You want your mental health validated. Because you're faking it. Autism. Letter. Diagnosis. Oh wait, that's fake, isn't it? Just like you're faking being trans.
If we listen and hear each other, and be like, okay, that's why. You know what I mean? Babe, go eat some cake. Now that is how we're talking with that comment section there. That is exactly how it should be. Love.
Go and eat some cake. Oh. Okay. Maybe they did have an assessment, but it's come back as no, probably. So the shit he never does, yeah. I hate it when he says, you know, don't get how he can show their face after being exposed for that. Because, basically, he thinks that they do no wrong. As someone who has mental health, ADHD, T1D, etc. This angers me so much because of the struggles I face. Yeah, he angers a lot of people. But he manages to show their face. One day, just like with Paul Breach, this dirty, disgusting, evil creature will leave.
That. Go eat some cake yourself, Queen. I would buy you a Tesco meal deal for you and a cake from the Co-op and a chocolate cake, a dark chocolate cake, because that's a really good one. So, yeah. Be £5, so...
Yeah, I know. Someone asked recently, where has Paul Breach gone? I just want all the free assistants to get cut off. Nah.
Happy to help. Oh, the chocolate...
Co-op is a shop. It's a shop, Susan.
Tray baked cake is very delicious and overpriced, but very good. Very good. You buy myself birthday cake if I fancy it. See, I love you for that. Yes. No, that's my kind
So don't sit there and complain about your weight then.
of person. Oh my god, yes! I'm so here for that.
Really?
And I haven't
Susan?
slept, but I'm so here for that. Alfie, did you tell someone to... I did because they called me a P word, and that's just how it is, do you know what I mean? And also they were very hateful, and they'd said the same thing to me, so that's what...
No, they didn't. See, this is what Alpha was twisting the narrative. We went through the messages yesterday. Alpha Bar, you lying scumbag. They didn't say it to you first. They didn't tell you to unalive first. Twisting the narrative again.
Thanks for following.
They didn't. Did they call them Porky? No, they called them a PDF, but they didn't tell you to unalive at all. They just called you, they just turned around and said that there was
Thanks
a
for
PDF
following.
in the chat. He's not ironic, yeah, I know. So you're lying.
Thanks for following.
But what do we expect from a disgusting, evil predator on TikTok? What do we expect from you? They said PDF in chat, didn't name, and he took the bait. Yeah, wicked, yep, I know. We went through the messages. Yes, not the messages, went through the chat yesterday. He is such a liar. Because guess what, E? You took the bait because you thought it was about you. Because, oh my God, guess what? The world revolves around you. And maybe you took that as a personal insult. Because you are one. No one named you. And you decided to put yourself as that. So maybe, oh, hang on. Someone said there was a PDF in the chat, and then Alphabo responded, basically outing yourself as a PDF. But now you want to twist the narrative, because now you want to twist the narrative and turn around and say, oh, they turned around and told me to jump off the bridge. Or unalive first. Nope, that's not what happened. You exposed yourself as a PDF by telling someone to jump off a bridge. You walked right into it. That's okay, Naomi. You did that yourself, so shame. It's great when monsters reveal themselves. You're no longer hiding in the shadows anymore, Alphabet. You are a wrong'un, and those that support you are wrong'uns as well.
why I reacted back. Obviously, you shouldn't do that, but when they say the same thing to you, then I just said the same back. I'm basically a mirror of someone's behaviour, which I shouldn't have.
No, you're not. You're not a mirror of someone's behaviour. You are the lowest of the low. What you are is a disgusting monster. You are worse. You're the worst person on social media.
Thanks for the gift.
But I'm someone's mirror. So that's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? There you go. Front up and honest.
Morning, Sarah. And thank you for that, me, Sarah.
Do I regret my comment? Yes, I do. Of course I do. After I said that, I did fucking regret it because I'm a nice human being.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you didn't. Went through the chat yesterday. You didn't regret a fucking thing. You went back and forth. You tried to justify yourself. And then you tried to use suicide as a weapon. Just like you did here.
And I reacted to that with impulsivity. So yes, I did regret it, and I didn't like it at all. So no, yes, I did regret it. And then I cried the whole night to myself. Two wrongs don't make a right. You're absolutely...
You cried your whole night to yourself because you exposed yourself. That's why. You cried the whole night because you exposed yourself. Again. In CLO's chat.
You're correct. Pardon me for being a human and reacting. Thank you. And then of course...
Thanks for the gift.
Human, thank you for the Hami Layla. Human is debatable at this point.
You're going to ignore the whole point of why I reacted to that. So you just...
Oh no, we didn't ignore it. Hey Kira, we're just going over yesterday's antics. He wouldn't know true emotions if it hit them in the face. No, they wouldn't. Thank you for the roses and the heartmies, everybody.
Thanks for the gift.
What's he done, Josh? Not watched them for ages. Oh, they exposed themselves as a PDF and as a predator and all these things. And now they S-baited. Oh, and
thanks for the gift.
Anyone that calls out Alphabet, they're going to go for an FASD assessment.
Thanks for following.
So they're going to have a short lifespan. And then they use suicide against people. The people that call out Alphabet, if Alphabet unalive, they're going to leave a note. And it's all our fault. And they're going to, the police. Yeah, all the lovely antics. But, yeah, they're just going to try and twist things now.
Going to go to me instead of the other person because obviously you're making them the victim when they're the one that came at me first and said the same fucking thing to me.
No, they didn't. They said there's a PDF in the chat and you took the bait. You exposed yourself as a PDF. That's what happened. So outing their mum as being an alcoholic during pregnancy, we already knew that well. You exposed yourself. That's exactly what happened. We went through the chat log. You did that yourself.
Do you know what I mean? So obviously we'll take away from what's happened to me and then you're just going to go on my action back. So you're going to blame me instead than that person who caused it in the first place. This is why I hate humanity. Because we don't even see that. I hate
that. We saw exactly what happened. All someone said was there was a PDF in the chat and you responded by saying jump off a bridge.
I really hate people.
Morning, Book Mom.
Like that. Can't fucking stand that at all. Don't like that.
How does he think FASD is going to shorten their life? He's not stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. Oh yeah, they do, Sarah, they do. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about most of the time. Yeah. But, you know.
Oh no, I know you saw my reply, but they said they literally told me to and then they called me.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. This is called gaslighting.
The P word, and then obviously I said the same back because I was a mirror. That's it.
No, they're not live right now. This was yesterday. I wasn't there, and I know they didn't say that. Yeah, I know.
Now, because you won't see that, that's fine, because obviously people screenshot out of context stuff and they put it on.
No, they didn't. We saw the whole fucking thing. We saw what was said, Alphabet. We saw what was said, and we went through it. So, again, gaslighting is not the forte.
On TikTok, it's a known thing they do. So, it's okay if you didn't see that, but that's how I reacted. I wouldn't say it to someone for no reason. That's just evil. But if someone was...
But you did, though. But you did. You could have just ignored the fact of them saying there's a PDF in the chat. You reacted because, shocker. You know you're a PDF. You know it deep down. That's the reason why you reacted. Even the own followers called them out. Yeah, exactly. I watched the replay and he said it. No one else did. Yep. And I honestly think that there should just be a picture of them next to narcissist in the dictionary. They really should.
Thanks for the gift.
More gaslighting us. Yeah, exactly. If people are so horrible online, why make it your whole life, E? Because E has nothing else. No one said their name. It could have been anyone, but E reacted to it. Yeah, because E knows deep down they're a PDF. That's the reason why E reacted. A new raccoon, there's a new raccoon photo at the bottom because TikTok decided to remove the other photo. It does it sometimes. Just like the Tesco incident, E's own video, that lady didn't say what E said. She said, yeah, exactly. He exposes themselves. You exposed yourself.
Call you, and someone told you to, well then, how is...
No one told you to unalive. You told them to unalive because you reacted. You reacted to a comment in the chat because you exposed yourself.
You react, you'd be like, oh, hello, thank you so much, darling. I'm going to make you a roast dinner on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? like, especially, like, on the day, do you know what I mean? On a hangover day as well.
Well, if you're having a hangover
Thanks
day,
for the
that's
gift.
your fucking problem.
Fucking hell. Sorry, I'll stop giving reaction, but, like, don't say it to me in the first place, and then don't dish what you can't take. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, that's rich. What does a roast dinner have to do with price effects? It doesn't. Trying to say he only said it because they said it first. Nope. No, they didn't. They didn't. He exposed themselves as a PDF. That's exactly what's happened here. And that's the reason why we got the S-baiting. That's exactly the reason why we got the S-bait scenario. That's the reason why that's the reason why they're going down the FASD route now and saying that their life is going to be shortened, and if people expose Alphabet, they're going to unalive and it's going to be all our fault. Nope. You exposed yourself as a PDF. That is exactly what you did.
Because if you can't take it, then why dish it out? Do you know what I mean? No, they took it to a whole different level first, and then that's when I reacted.
No.
I'm glad you watched it all, so then you saw it all then. You saw how much shit I was getting. Thank you. You can only take so much before you snap. Exactly. And
The fucking enablers. Like I said, they're just as bad at this point. He was caught out, so needs a diversion tactic. Yep. The freaking enablers.
and then I don't know when it's gonna snap
I'm doing good, Sarah. I hope you are too.
properly. Do you know what I mean? They don't know. And then when it's too late, people will be like, "Oh my god, that's crazy. We shouldn't have done that." And then
No, I don't give a shit. Don't care. Predators, disgusting, evil creatures like you, I have no feelings towards. And the fact that you said, "Oh, I'm going to leave a note," shows that you'll never do it. You'll never do it. Because that's a disgusting thing to say. He had the fetal alcohol syndrome diagnosis on their paperwork he shared before. Yeah, they had like two linkage before.
they're gonna just all fucking hide.
Nope, I'm not gonna hide. Why do I need to hide? I had to Google what PDF meant and I'm in shock. Is he one of them? Well, John Starr, someone in the chat, in CLA's chat, the other night, turned around and said there's a PDF in the chat, didn't name Alphabet, and Alphabet responded. So, I'll leave that up for your interpretation. Yeah, the enablers are kids. Ew, I have post. The enablers are kids, so they believe what he says, yeah. So you can't, I suppose I can't be too hard on him. It's lies, so he gets a flat off the council. I have no sympathy if he was to go ahead with it. People who mess with kids deserve the worst. Yeah. Guilty complexly, yeah.
And then everyone's gonna talk about it, and then it's just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, move on," and that's it. And all.
Yeah. Be like, oh, so sad. A predator unalived. So sad. You expect us to have feelings towards someone that has taken hundreds of thousands of pounds for their fake transition that could have gone to actual trans people that are no longer with us. Someone who has faked tics, Tourette's, autism, mocked SA, faked SA, fake DV, mocked women. The list goes on. Preyed on minors, because that's exactly what you do. That's the reason why, like someone said in the chat, you know, I can't really, as much as I scream at the enablers, but they are young, they are vulnerable. That's what you prey upon. You're a predator. You're a disgusting, evil person. So, yeah, if you want alive, one less predator on the streets. Don't give a fuck anymore. Like I said earlier, when you were S-baiting with your medication saying that you OD'd, and then you weaponized it against people. I've got medication here. I'll come down to your fucking place. Here you go. They do, Tracy, they do. Damaging so many communities and seems to get away with everything, which is making them worse. Yeah, Victoria, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Alphabet is the reason why our communities are being destroyed. They are triggering kids and adults, yeah.
Who cares? You know?
You are correct.
Too late. Yeah, too late. Because calling someone a P word and basically trying...
They didn't call you again. He truly does make a mock of so many communities. Most of their audience are minors / vulnerable people, but I'm shocked that there are mothers / others too. Yeah, I know, Charlie. Hang on, let me go back 2 seconds.
Too late. Yeah, too late. Because calling someone a P word and basically trying to make that stick on their neck.
Again, hang on, that's what I was going to go with that. They didn't call... Here's what Alphabet leaves out. They didn't call you the P word. They didn't call you the P word. You responded to it. So you called yourself a P word. Like I said, you exposed yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they said. Someone said there's a pedlo in here. No, they're not live now, Ghetto Goth. This was yesterday. You exposed yourself. They said a P word is in the chat.
And then expect someone not to react with mental health.
You don't have mental health. You're a drug addict.
You understand how damaging that is to someone and how that can affect someone? Just throwing words like that around.
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you, Colin.
One day someone's gonna die, and that's gonna be me, and you won't even know.
Wow. Okay.
And that's just how it is. I'm sorry.
Don't threaten us with a good time. I have no feelings. Don't threaten us with a good time.
But that's just how it's gonna be, unfortunately, one day. If it keeps going like that. So yeah.
And yet, you came live today, didn't you? And yet, you was on Grindr, searching for cock. So miss me with the sympathy bullshit. You know, it wouldn't work in their favour if it didn't spin the narrative. Yeah. Didn't they say the same thing a few months ago? And a few months before that? Yes, Wicked, they did.
And I'm actually not even fucking lying to you.
They did.
Like it's gonna happen. And
again, don't threaten us with a good time. You expect me to have feelings for someone that's done so much damage. I don't. I have feelings for people in my chat. You know? Because of the harm that you've done to them. Yeah, it is that up when they say it. Because of the harm that you do to them and to the people and to the communities. I have feelings for the communities because I'm a part of them. That's what I have feelings for. Grindr, LOL, that's a really bad app. People keep away from Grindr. Yeah, Grindr is a bad app, to be fair. TikTok have got so much to answer for. Oh, Ellie, I will turn around and say, when I go on my rants not on TikTok, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go and storm TikTok headquarters and ban the app. Imagine if Maria was there, S-baiting and talking about FASD, she'd soon stop. Yep. I've also turned around and said, now I've thought this, I'm not going to do it, but I've thought it. I'll put in a video and saying Metropolitan Police have got 24 hours to remove Alphabet from London and get them bounced back to Barnstable where Maria is. Otherwise, I'm going to come down and protest outside its house until it's removed. I wouldn't do it because, you know, that requires a lot more than I can do. How comes TikTok haven't been sued for having PDF people on TikTok? Because it's engagement. Because it's engagement, that's why. Engagement and money. That's why. I've thought about it, but I'm like, yeah. I haven't got the funds to do it. I haven't got the funds to do it. And B, I'm too much of a hermit. I'm too much of a hermit. Yeah, they are being sued in the US. They are. But yeah, I thought about it, and when I'm having raging matches to the air, I'm like, I'm gonna go down and freaking say this shit. They got 24 hours, otherwise, because that's what it's gonna take. That's the reason why the police. Yeah, charge. Yeah, the police won't do anything until something happens. No, Alphabet's not being sued in the US. TikTok is. His little followers won't be aware. Be aware that he jumped straight on Grindr and there was nothing wrong. Yeah, they won't be. Yeah, they don't care. Basically, police newsagents don't really give a shit until something happens. Basically, until he's beaten the shit out of. Let's be real here. Police don't care until the crime is committed. That's the case here. Online stuff and things like that, if you noticed, police don't get involved until a crime has been committed. A physical crime has been committed. So until E gets beaten the shit out of, that's when something will happen. The problem with that, though, is that makes E a victim. And that's the problem. People don't want to make E a victim. Trust me, I've had the thought. Trust me, I have had the thought. But it does make E a victim. We do not need to make E the victim. Yeah, exactly, Amber. So, trust me, I've had the thought. But the police won't get fully involved. Because we'll go through one of Dean's videos, because Dean mentions the police. And in Dean's video, Dean says when he spoke to the police were like, go to TikTok. And we all know TikTok's answer: no violations found. They don't care. So then that answer is, well, let's go and protest outside TikTok. They see themselves as a victim. I see them as the perpetrator. Yes, Mystique. Yeah, I do as well. It's a no-win situation. It's a no-win situation. The police pass the book to TikTok. TikTok pass the book to the police. So it just goes round in fucking circles. Because TikTok's fucking report system sucks. And you can't report to TikTok because it's all fucking AI generated. You can send email after email after email. Hey, Daily's mum. Email after email after email. Nothing gets fucking done. So that's how these predators, like Alphabet, because Alphabet is a predator. Alphabet knows this is doing what they want. Yes, yeah. Good morning, Jess.
Thanks for following.
Good morning. Thank you for following, Paula. They are protected by TikTok. It's sick. John, I don't think they are. Thanks you for the harmony, by the way, Jess, and thank you for the roses. Here's the thing, John. I don't think they are, quote unquote, protected. What I think happens is, you love the new recurring background. I've got loads of them, Jess. I don't think they're protected. What I think it is they fall through the cracks. I think that's what happens. I reported someone knuckle shuffling, nothing was done. Exactly. There are so many reports for so many different things, and I think a lot of it just falls on deaf ears. As long as TikTok's getting their money, as long as the likes are coming in, as long as the engagement's coming in, nothing happens and no one cares. So that's the TikTok are making money off their account and TikTok won't give that up. Yeah. And this is where I reported someone who was younger, nothing happened. Yeah, nothing gets done. And it's not just an Alphabet problem, it's a problem like, bigger. If you're someone who actually follow the rules compiled to what they ask, you get penalized. Yeah, you do. What I find interesting is I can say a lot of things on a live stream. However, I cannot say it in a comment section. So the whole time he said TikTok would protect them, he was right. Shame on TikTok. Again, Teresa, I don't think it's protection. What I think it is, I mean, yes, if you're in an agency, you are slightly protected there. I don't think he's with an agency. What I think it is I think it just slips through the cracks a lot of the time. TikTok just don't care. As a platform, they do not care. Yeah, it's AI incompetence. Yeah, basically Wicked. Like Wicked said, it's not in protection, it's AI incompetence. Basically, yeah. TikTok can't protect them in the outside world there. Joe, but that's the thing there is, if that happens, it does make E the victim. And like I said, I have gotten to that point where I would beat the crap out of them, and then the police would get involved because it would be a crime. Do you know what that? Does it make sense? Yeah. I stood still, didn't say a single word on my live. I got banned for nothing, but they get away with everything. Yeah, John, I've got many violations because I use an avatar. I get violations for freaking many different shit. But you would be arrested, not them. They're always the victim. Yes, and he plays on that as well. He plays on the mental health card. Thank you.
Thanks for
John.
following.
Plays on all of that. Never condone violence, but I do want justice. Mystic, yeah, I know. Yeah, TikTok hates VTubers. Yeah, Authentic, they do. They are playing the system, Sharon, they are. ES bait at every opportunity, but I got violations for swearing yesterday. I mean, yeah. I get freaking violations all the time. That's the reason why I personally don't give a fuck at this point. And I'm someone, a trigger for me is being silenced. So I don't like it. I got a violation for saying I'm YTE and got banned for a week. Oh my god, Mystique, really? I got violations while just working on my cross. Yeah. And CLA, she's getting away with it. Yeah, they do. They get away with everything. And believe me, I would give anything for 10 minutes in a room with E. We do things differently in... Yes, Sarah. I know, trust me. The anger I feel... Haven, it's because you're using a needle. AI can't differentiate between basically a sewing needle and a needle. It's so frustrating. Yeah. You're hilarious when you have a swearing episode. Oh, Charlie, I have them often. I get so frustrated. What's Eden now? S-baiting. He's done some S-baiting. Basically expose themselves as a PDF. How long can they stay in the place they're in? From what I understand, Victoria, 2 years. From what I understand. You got a violation for saying you're in a wheelchair, Jules. Yeah, I mean, it gets so frustrating with the violations for saying words, for some pictures. I mean, like I say, the picture that I've got currently up, the picture that I had up previously, TikTok Live Studio just decided to fucking remove it. Don't know why. TikTok does some weird things. Wow, they were looking at it. Really? That didn't get flagged? Oh my god, wow. I mean, I know it was cute. I mean, I probably could put it back up. It was just I've got many different ones, and I'll just pick this one. I was in a raw mood watching the clips of E beforehand, so you love the new raccoon. It's fun. I've got many different ones. I've got one with a lightsaber. Hang on. I've got one with a lightsaber. Let me see if I can find it. I got a violation for saying clown, as in a phobia of them, in a comment. Yeah, comment sections is absolutely wild. I've got hang on. I've got one. I don't know whether it's a video or an image, so please hold the line. I can't remember whether this was an image or a video, so I can't remember which one it was. I think it may have been a video. Yeah, I think it may have been a video. There's no sound to it anyway. I've got many fucking things. It's in creations. Oh, it's because I'm trying to upload it. Add source. Where's video here? Wait. No. Image. No. Video. That's what I want. Add video. Ha! Now I've managed to find it. Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't know which one's which. Show me the picture. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, that's not fucking useful. Rude. I'm gonna have to... That's bloody rude. Hang on. Raccoon. There's... Which one? Come on. Times are ticking. Which one is it? Wait, why is that? Stop. I'm losing my mind. I lost it years ago. It's fine. It's fine. I lost it years ago. Oh, this is taking the piss. Ugh. Right. Oh, there it is. So it's 2-0. Right. So it's a that bunch. So it's 2-0. Okay. So I now know which one it is. So if I go over to here and then click video, because they don't freaking show which ones are which, dumbasses. Oh, now you show which ones they are. I went through all that. For fuck
Thanks for
all.
following.
Rude. Thank you for following, Jules. I went through all that for fuck all. These aren't perfect though, which is annoying me. So if I play that, hang on. We have one that follows the lightsaber. Hang on. It's so colourful. Oh no, I didn't want to move that. I wanted to enlarge that. Hang on. Wait. Play again. No, play again. Rude. If I do that and then do that. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's supposed to have a lightsaber, but it didn't come out very well. Ain't it cool? Ain't it cool? It's so pretty. As I've got a few.
Quite sure how to help you with that.
Echo, go home. Stop listening to my conversations, you rude asshole. Yeah, I've got a few of these. And then we've got Mortal Kombat. I like Sub-Zero. He was just walking. I created a few of these. Well, I say I created a few of these. No, I didn't. And then there's this one. This one's awesome. I do like that. That's cool. These are cool. I really like them. They're pretty cool. So your echo is a nose. It's yeah, it is. They are pretty cool. I like them. They're pretty cool. The eyes and pulsing. Yeah, it was so cool. It was cool. I got a few of them. They are pretty cool. So wait, there's only 2 minutes left of that, so I don't think I want to play any more of that because it infuriates me. But I am going to go to Dean's videos.
So
we got some of Dean's videos. Hang on. And Dean talks about the police. It just got worse. What just got worse? Yeah, I know. I went through things a little bit earlier, Amber, about the air baiting and the stuff. It was just it's sick what he does. Is that saying he may have SASD. Yep. It's just sick and twisted. Oh, yeah. So this is Dean's video, Common Sense Talk. And I believe the ones that I've favorited are the ones to do with the police.
Talk about the police report. Now, I'm going to start by saying the police do not care about what's going on TikTok. And I thought...
I'm hoping people can hear that because I'm going fucking deaf. I mean, I am deaf anyway, but I'm going deaf.
About how am I going to put this, because it's just going to, you know, Orion's just going to think he can do what he wants. We'll just let him, because the...
And this is the issue here. And he is doing exactly what he wants.
damage to him is his life, right? There's no cost or whatever happens to him, and I do believe in sometime in the future something is going to happen where he's going to land himself in serious shit and will be in prison. However,
yeah, see, this is the thing here. He is, right, if you notice, I like watching him on Awareness. Yeah, I do too. If you notice, things are getting shorter. As in the S baiting, the trying to con, it's getting the time in between's getting shorter. He's not necessarily crashing out. And also, if you notice, he's getting called out more on other people's chats, in other people's comments. And he really has nowhere else to turn but their own chat. And he is finding it very difficult to defend themselves anymore. I mean, literally, they call themselves a PDF. And then went to S-baiting. It's getting very hard for E to defend themselves these days now. So Dean's not wrong. As much as, yes, we would love for the authorities to get involved, eventually he is, I think Stormy's turned around and said this, he's either going to end he's going to end up 6 foot under, not due to FASD, or it's going to be due to drug use, in my opinion, or they're going to end up behind bars because of their own actions, and because of anything anybody else did, but because they will get caught out for doing things.
the Metropolitan Police were absolutely useless, and I don't have any problem in saying this. And the interview that I had, the effort that I'd put into it, and the things that I've got, which I've...
He laughed when they got away with the inappropriate chat with children because he was only 17. Yes, Kat, they did, yeah, which was sick. That was sick and disgusting. That was sick and absolutely disgusting.
Got on a hard drive, which I will save in case we need to use them in the future.
And he needs to be careful as well. He'll have his hard drive checked. Oh yeah, he'll have his hard drive checked and be looked up. Yes, yeah, Sharon, it was disgusting.
First thing that came out of the officer dealing with the interview that I had was, have you reported it to TikTok? You should just...
That's it. This is what I mean. The police only report, like, have you reported it to TikTok? Yes, many people have.
It's a TikTok issue. No, wait. That's when I had to step back in and say, actually, there is no way of contacting TikTok. It doesn't matter how many, unless someone's got another idea. I've tried multiple ways and contacted TikTok. Their legal team, they do not get back to you. And let's face it, there is a good side to TikTok and there is a very dark, evil side to TikTok. It's a breeding ground for these fucking preds.
Yep, there is. There is.
I think there's a lot, gifting rings, there's so much going on that is just making this app an absolute fucking sad place to be. Then I had to push. I had to delegate the laws that I believe to be in breach or to be broken. I'm the one that had to do it, right? The reply I got out of that was, well, I'd have to check that with my sergeant. And I was like, okay. I had mentioned about the children and all the like the S-baiting online, the things that were said about the, you know, the terrorism stuff and all that kind of stuff. Everything was covered. I sent multiple evidence packs to the Metropolitan Police, and this is the reply that I got. And this is what was said to me. Hi Dean, hope you are well too. The malicious communication hate crime report I created has been reviewed by a detective sergeant. They found no offence has been committed under S1 Malicious Communication Act 1988 for the offence to be made out under S1 Malicious Communication.
Hi Shazzy.
Act 1988, electronic communication must be incident or grossly offensive. I mean, I don't know what they class as grossly offensive with someone holding a knife to their throat on a live or pretending to slit their wrists. However, with the intent of sending being the cause to stress or anxiety to the recipient, meaning people online that had to see it caused distress and anxiety. Of course it did. Essentially him making...
There's a loophole. I know why. Hang on, let me go back a second. I can see the loophole.
Meaning people online that had to...
Oh, fuck off.
So...
You wanker. I didn't mean to do that.
So let's talk about the police...
You fucking piece of shit. I wanted to go back a little bit, but anyway.
Out of the officer dealing with the interview that...
I clicked on my thing because I shared it. The recipient. Right. We're gonna... Yeah, no, Charlie. Just finished my work meeting. I turned at you swearing, Emily. Right. We're going to get into that because there is...
was, have you reported it to TikTok? You should just... It's a TikTok issue. No, wait. That's when I had to step back in and say...
I know where the loophole is in that particular communication part.
Actually, there is no way of contacting TikTok. It doesn't matter how many, unless someone's got another idea. I've tried multiple ways and contacted TikTok. Their legal team, they do not get back to you. And let's face it, there is a good side to TikTok and there is a very dark, evil side to TikTok. It's a breeding ground for these fucking preds, everything. There's a lot, gifting rings, there's so much going on that is just making this app an absolute fucking sad place to be. Then I had to push. I had to delegate the laws that I believe to be in breach or to be broken. I'm the one that had to do it, right? The reply I got out of that was, well, I'd have to check that with my sergeant. And I was like, okay.
Sorry, I don't want to mess up again.
I had mentioned about the children and all the like the S-baiting online, the things that were said about the, you know, the terrorism stuff and all that kind of stuff. Everything was covered. I sent multiple evidence packs to the Metropolitan Police, and this is the reply that I got. And this is what was said to me. Hi Dean, hope you are well too. The malicious communication hate crime report I created has been reviewed by a detective sergeant. They found no offence has been committed under S1 Malicious Communication Act 1988 for the offence to be made out under S1 Malicious Communication Act 1988. Electronic communication must be incident or grossly offensive. I mean, I don't know what they class as grossly offensive with someone holding a knife to their throat on a live or pretending to slit their wrists. However, with the intent of sending being the cause to stress or anxiety to the recipient.
To the recipient. That's the loophole here.
Thanks for the gift.
The loophole here is... No. I know how, and I know it's to the recipient. Now, the recipient is everyone. Everyone online. The problem is at the time Was Dean one of those recipients? Dean is the one reporting, yes. And that's the reason why this is possibly not being pushed more. Yeah, the legal system is a disappointment because depending on what the problem is, people talk about their cases against them, and yeah, they do. Bumble.
Thanks for following.
Dean didn't. Dean didn't until now. Dean hasn't until now. So the thing is, I can see how this case, this Dean's particular case, and the reason why the Metropolitan Police have gone, well, we don't see any problem, because the distress Dean isn't the one being in distress. This is the no, I mean, don't talk about going to the police in the first place. I mean, I get Bumblefloof, I get where you're coming from. I hope they just aren't telling him so that it doesn't affect a case on it. Yeah, but that's just one thing. That's just one thing that pinged into my head. Yeah, Bumblefloof. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah. Wait, so I saw it. If I report it, then it would go ahead. I mean, if you saw it possibly in real time, yeah. I mean, that's how. I mean, again, I'm just going on what I think that would be. Yeah, Sharon, yeah. That's how I think that would be, Wicked. Of why the case didn't go forward, because Dean isn't the one who saw it and who wasn't affected. You know what I mean? But that, again, that's a guess. You know, that's a guess.
Meaning people online that had to see it caused distress and anxiety. Of course it did.
I think it's because he didn't specifically do it to Dean. Yeah, I think that's the reason why this case may have not gone ahead, because Dean didn't do it specifically to Dean. And people at the time of the knife incident and butcher knife incident didn't go to the police. From what I understand anyway. So it's like yeah.
Essentially, him making that sort of comment could potentially be considered defamation, which is a civil offence. Therefore, the report will be closed. But he is, however, being looked at by the terrorism.
Whereas the terrorism comment, sorry, missed a word. It's telling he can get away with it. No, I get where you're coming from, Bumblefloof. Whereas the terrorism side of it, that can be looked at more, because he was threatening a governing body, like an actual government, basically Trump. He was threatening Trump. You know what I mean? So that was looked at more.
For America, and actually in the UK, they are just watching him with his hate speech. So that was the response I get. I did send a reply, which I did not get a response to, right? Didn't get a response to. So what I want you to remember is when the terrorist attacks were happening in the UK, we were seeing elderly women get arrested for 6 months for a Facebook post, right? It seems if you're not mentioning the word immigrant, then it's not a police concern, right? It's not a government police issue. If you're... not mention the word immigrant in a post. People were getting arrested for hurty words in a post, yet someone with a knife online is completely... That's what they said, okay?
Yeah, what I want to say, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
So we've also seen this with the RSPCA. They've done jack shit, and I know a lot of you have retracted from funding the RSPCA by not giving them donations, rightly so. No one is doing anything. TikTok is a breeding ground for these wrong-uns and for these preds for all this to happen, and this is why the awareness of community is more than important than ever. And Orion might sit there and say, haha, blah, 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 but you will just sit in that flat. Your life is gone, which is the most precious thing. At 22, what you have lost is your fucking life. Because me will not, and most of us on this awareness community will never ever let it lie what you've done. Like I said, it's inexcusable. We will not let it.
No, we won't. Well, I speak for myself. Again, I technically don't class myself as awareness. I'm just somebody that comes on and shares my opinion. Because that's what I decided to do, and I've done it for years. I started on YouTube, I came to TikTok. I'm just a commentator, but again, we're not going to stop.
You go, and I hope this does spur you on to do something more, and you get yourself into real fucking trouble. But like I say, it's almost, we do see around the world as well that members of the public have to create predator chasing gangs and pose as children to catch these people. The police aren't interested. The police are just not interested, and that is what had happened. I'd put the time and effort in to build a case, and it was completely,
thank you, Kat.
There were elements of that. Do I believe they are watching him? I do believe they are watching him in some sense of the manner. They've got some serious videos there that will keep their attention. But as a whole, guys, that was, he is being watched by a terrorist unit because of his hateful speech to multiple different things. But in regard...
Honestly... Alex... I do think that the police, he's been on the police radar for a while. I just don't think that they are acting because they are probably busy.
Adds to all the shit that he's done online that I could get together and send for evidence, the police do not want to know. So therefore, I know anything I say and I do online, I ain't fucking worried, and no one should be worried.
Okay, Jem, I hope you had a good meeting.
Because you ain't going to get in trouble. That is very, very fucking clear. So when he sits there and goes, there's a police investigation about that, no, there isn't. Absolutely not. What I had on you and what I sent, and I did mention the children, and I did everything was sent. If that ain't getting their attention in the way that it should be, do you really think they're going to come for me or any other awareness community? Absolutely not. Don't sit there and see this as a winner, Ryan. See this as me going full pout, and I will never stop. And just remember, when you're sitting in that room crying with no friends, no one will actually ever like you, you keep destroying your own life. You keep doing it. You did it. No one else did it. And we will keep going. And I think, slowly but surely...
I hope you're having a good day, Emma. And I hope your baby's okay. I think the police are trying to build up a case that he can't get out of. Yeah, I possibly are. Yeah, I think that maybe, yeah. And yeah, I can understand that, Dean's pissed off because he put in all the work.
It is working. Soon before long, like CLA, Orion is just going to be, that cunt. Past. God, he's gone. There will soon become no reason for him to be online. There will soon be a reason that there'll be no reason for him to come online because he's not going to be receiving the gifts and the money that he did before. Therefore, it will die out.
Thank you, UK TikTok. I'm wrong. Good afternoon.
But until that time comes, everyone needs to keep up the awareness because no one else has got anyone else's back legally wise. TikTok, God knows how you contact them. I have tried 6 different emails, didn't get one fucking reply.
Thank you, Ashley. Oh, they're back on kick now.
Thanks for the gift.
For them. And I do believe one day they are going to be in the press, in the news somewhere, having a massive scandal and not doing anything about it. But it seems today you'd have to catch a pred in bed with a fucking child for someone to do something about it. It literally is like that, right? So, yep, they've got no interest. So we just need to keep up what we're doing and really explaining and showing people like Orion who they really fucking are.
Like I say, CLA ain't getting the gifts now. Yeah, I believe the police are viewers because he's nuisance. Otherwise, it's not worth their time. I think, like I turned around and said, I think this is the problem with our justice system. Until a criminal act is had, they don't do anything. There was... Oh, Jesus, there's more. I didn't realise that there was more. I only had 2.
So what are my steps regarding Orion? Obviously, I'm going to continue with this channel. It's important that we put awareness into it, and his silly fucking behaviour is just not let loose to run all over the fucking internet. It's important we keep this up for main reasons of this. We don't let things slide, so we don't let the vulnerable or the youngsters, even if we can filter a few of these youngsters or vulnerable adults and really actually just to stop them and go, actually, this is what's happening to me, or actually, this is what's been done. It's a job well done. And I think even at a slow fucking pace, even though we haven't seen anything major happen to him, we are seeing him ruin his own life.
Yep. Quite literally. We saw them admit to them being a PDF.
In real time, guys. That man does not have a life going forward. His life is fucked. He doesn't have a life. Let's focus on what we've done. We've got him performance in clubs, cancelled. Performances on stage, cancelled. No brand deals, no nothing. He's never done such as a meet and greet with his followers, well, mainly because they are all underage. My next plan is to go to Ofcom with all my evidence. I save all my videos on this handy little memory stick that you can just pop into your phone, and all the videos.
I've seen them. I've seen one of those.
Videos are there. I've had this and I use it to do that.
I've got Google Drive, so
be sending everything to Ofcom. Maybe they can make an impact on TikTok for what he's doing. And
oh, you just got one of those. Ah, cool. Are they any good? Yes, I use Google Drive.
And that is the next step. It is going to be Ofcom sending all the stuff. Maybe they know how to contact TikTok.
No, Ashley. Nope. They can't escape their fate after all that they've done.
TikTok's got a lot to answer for. Some of you, we get violations for comments.
Nice, wicked.
People can sit there waving a knife around on their throat or on their wrist, and it's not seen as a violation. Or abuse animals. That's another one I've come across. People abusing fucking fish, and it doesn't get any violations, was one of the most recent things. So my next thing is going to be Ofcom. What you have to remember, I've got no bounds that are holding me back. Like this.
Thank you for the finger heart, Ashley. You sent stuff to Ofcom and nothing. Yeah, Fox.
Channel, if the sacrifice is this channel for something to be done, if it all turns around on me, so let it be. So let it be. This channel has no connection financially like it does with these cretins. You've got financial and all their life because they're addicted to going live. Me, it's purely done out of I've been through the situations and go through situations that Orion mocks is my driving force, and everyone together we make an awareness community. So the next step is going to be Ofcom. I do work full time, so things can be slower because I am doing my job, but everyone needs to pitch in any videos you've got. We need to be making these reports where you can. I understand a lot of you do work like me. We are valuable members to society, but you've got to start sending your stuff to Ofcom. You've got to start sending it to places where we can. Because
yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do.
We will try, and we will just keep raising awareness.
Thanks for the gift.
Getting hit smaller and smaller. I don't think he's even got 10,000 genuine followers. I will be
thank you, Karen. And Welsh, thank you.
Totally honest, I don't think he's even got 10,000. All of them is bots. It's all fake. It's all fake. But his mouth will open, which means they'll keep saying shit and keep doing shit. The minute Orion's mouth opens, shit comes out. So that is the next step. Ofcom will be the next step for me. Hopefully get some results there. What TikTok are allowing with no violations. Hopefully that will get them into their arse into gear to realise what's going on with TikTok. It's completely backwards. It's completely fucked. You can't contact them. There's no point of contact. So just keep doing what you're doing, guys, okay? So just keep doing what we're doing. And don't be worried, because the police ain't going to get you. They're not involved. They're not going to do anything, are they? Literally.
Oh, no, the police aren't involved. Yeah, they are becoming a past tense. I'd also send it to the, is it FIA in America? You mean the FBI? Thank you for the roses, Ashley. Best one with CLA. Police still have her mobile, and it's getting to, yeah, it is. I'll be watching clips or lives. Clips, UK TikTok, I'm wrong. That's it. It was absolutely. Yeah, the
Thanks
FBI.
for the gift.
Thank you for the roses, Ashley. America don't own TikTok. No, they don't. No.
As we've seen.
No.
But like I say, it's not a defeat. Orion can sit there and go, oh, they're not going to do anything. But the sacrifice is greater. What you've got to sacrifice, regardless of whether...
Oh, he's been on TikTok, UK TikTok, I'm wrong. They've been S-baiting. They've been doing so much shit.
Orion is in prison, or he sets free. He's imprisoned by his flat. He's imprisoned by that flat. He doesn't go out because people know him as a pred, which he actually is. And when he goes out, it's all fake. People that go
That's okay, Al.
you want to use him for, he's a very lonely individual who relies on other people to pay to get his money, which must be, think about this, fucking guys. Like, I was thinking about this earlier on today, and I was like, imagine your only income is from people that gift you, and that daily thinking of, shit, what if I don't get enough gifts for, imagine that would fuck me over. And
it would, yeah, it really would. Unless I just miss it, this bollocks again, the S-bait input again. So, yeah, you get to...
Thanks for the gift.
Thank you, Cinnamon Garland. Hello. He's scared that he's going to get attacked. Yes. Yep, they are.
that actual pressure of having to be on live 24/7. These people think they're living their life that are on live 24/7, but you're not. You're imprisoned by live. You can't just go, I'm going to go this and I'm going to go and chill. You document your life because you have to be on live all the time to get the gifts in to build up your overall money. To me, that's insane. There's no way you'd catch me being on live 24/7.
I can do it. I mean, I last a good couple of hours, but damn, I'm drained afterwards. Damn. Yeah, Bumbleflip. Yeah, China owns TikTok. They are successfully dividing the West up by this app. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're successfully dividing the West up by this app, but you know, there's a lot of shit that goes on. I hear though that the Chinese version of TikTok is a lot less divisive, if that makes sense. Maybe if they opened a window in their flat and the blinds, things would be clearer. I mean, yeah, we get TikTok, I'm wrong, yeah. I can't even imagine the stress of going live for a few minutes, let alone my entire day, actually, yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've been live for 3 hours and 15 minutes at this point. He isn't left. Keto Queen. He hasn't left their house in ages. I can't imagine being in one room that long. I mean, I will turn around and say I'm a hermit. The last time I went out was Sunday, and you know there are times when I haven't left the house in months. But that, you know, I would so much say I'm also somebody that suffers with severe depression and chronic pain. So there's that. And you know, I'm trying to get better with that. Kev CLA&E ain't got no friends in real life. Their world exists on it. Yeah, as it does. I think he's just comfortable on live. It's all they know and how they socialize. Yeah, you can think I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't go out recovering a spine up. Oh, really, Sharon? That's a fucking pause, man.
Hope that I'd get enough money to get what I want, not to use it to sit in my flat. Like, fuck no, absolutely not. You're imprisoned by the people that gift you, and they know it as well. But anyway, that's the next steps. So what are my steps?
I see shows we don't know what's going on with others. Yeah, I get that. I'm a bed potato most of the time. I get that, Haven, I get that. Yeah, Haley's like, I don't go out, I don't like people. Yeah, I don't like people either. I don't like people, I don't like, the... I wouldn't necessarily say environment, but I hate leaving the house. Got bipolar disorder, ADHD, and ME. Oh, Tracy. As soon as I get home from work, I get in bed for the night. Get that now. I'm imprisoned by my job. I would never leave my house otherwise. I get that, Amber. My partner's imprisoned by his job. Although he does love his job. I had trouble with mental health issues and hate going out, but I still try. I get that, Ashley, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying, I'm trying. Unless I'm working a few days indoors is actually nice most of the week this week you can TikTok on wrong. I love snug watching TV in bed. I've been watching a lot of gaming recently and a lot of multi-level marketing stuff. Why did the police send officers fully weaponed up someone who is wanting to unalive? I don't know about that. Cole, I only feel comfortable and at ease with my dogs if I'm out. I get that, Cole. I'm recovering from a hospital stay super weak and try to get out every day for 10 minutes at least. Yeah, as I say, I should, and I know I should. I know deep down.
Good morning, guys.
That's something that I should be doing. It's just, I gotta shower, which is painful, and I talk myself out of it each time, which is not healthy. But hey, I have my curtains open. I have the blinds open. It lets the light in, lets the air in. It's the worst trying to do things where they aren't allowed. That was my stomach, by the way. I haven't left my house in 8 days, only to let my dog out for toilet time. Legend of Sophie. Yeah, I mean, as I say, I'm a hermit by nature. Yeah, my brain always says it. I mean, I'm somebody that's in chronic pain all the time. And I've had keloid scarrings all over my chest, shoulders and back. So wearing a t-shirt is difficult, but I really should try and push to go out. I should. It's painful though. I'd rather just sit in my backyard. I get that, Sharon. Okay, Bailey. Okay. My back and body are mad at me right now. I get that, Haven. I get that. I feel the same with my EDS. Yeah, I can honestly only stand to work a few days a week. I used to be able to do more. I'm sorry, Ashley, but that's going to be difficult. So bed potentially is again, Haven. I have fibro, chronic suffer, and spinodilitis. Spinodilitis. Is that how you say it, Sharon? Yeah. I'm so, I will turn around and say, we have built up a pretty strong community here of people who, we're all just falling apart, really. That's it. We're all just fucking falling apart. It's all good. That's a joke, people. That's a joke. We're all just fucking falling apart. It's all good. Amy says, I have HS, the condition E claims to have. It stops me walking for days at a time. Oh, Amy. As I say, I come on and turn around and say that, I have the chronic pain and autism and the very active brain, and it just never shuts up for me, and it's a pain in the ass. But I say those things not as a, oh, you should feel sorry for me kind of thing. I say those things to turn around and say, you are not alone, and you can share your experiences in the chat, because we're not alone. We're all just falling apart, like I say. And I will turn around and say that I am a hermit. I know what I need to do. It's just very, very difficult to do those things. It's a difficult, constant battle of fighting yourself. It's like, right, I know what I need to do. My body's like, ha. And even my brain's like, ha. That's a good joke. You want to go outside? Ha, good joke. It's so weird to have to take a step back sometimes. I feel a bit guilty. Never feel guilty. Actually, never feel guilty that you have to take a step back. Never feel guilty for that. You want to speak as early on. I'm glad he hopped on and off the hypermobility, EDS subject rather quickly. Yeah, cool. I go out 2 to 3 times a week and I'm drained by the end of it every time. When I go out, because my brain wants to focus on everything, my body's screaming out in pain more, because as I say, I'm wearing a t-shirt and being active and moving, and the wind and on the skin and that irritates me. So I'm getting the irritation with the skin, and then my brain is trying to focus on every single noise, every single, like, being bright and light, and how and why is just But again, I will turn around and say, those are my issues, right? And I know I'm not the only one who suffers with those things. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm not the only one. Life can be difficult, but at least there are some nice people on here. Yeah, Becky, exactly. There is, yeah. Imagine going to Disneyland for 9 days. No thanks. No thanks. If I had to go, Ellie, if I had to go, I would push myself. I would be dead. Not literally, by the way. But no, no thanks. No thanks. No. You went out on your scooter only to see your new kitchen and bathroom. I was done in that. I had to cancel. Yeah, Sharon, I've had to cancel a few appointments and a few things. I get you.
I'm going to be a busy day with the absolute twat of Orion today.
Oh, we're going to get Dean's, I believe these, oh yes, these videos are from today, so we're going to get Dean's reactions of today's antics.
Aware of the S baiting again last night, and it's just everything we predict. Like, if you go back videos of mine, you'll see I predict the stages of this evolving circle, even though they might not be exact in timing, and event wise it's still the same fucking circle. And it is prime example that he would have been on something over the weekend, because we have this happen. The
S baiting stands for unalive.
Thanks for the gift.
I can't say the word, but unalive baiting season. I went out yesterday. It turned out to be a shit show of a day, resulting in a flow of. I'm sorry, Tracy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then you need like a day or two to recover, don't you, Tracy? Yeah. Saying they're going to and blaming viewers. Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff, but I will cover that.
I'm hoping people can hear.
Later on in the day. It's too heavy for the morning, guys. Anyway, there's nothing that gives me more pleasure than Orion talking about
Thanks
a situation.
for the gift.
Thank you, Sense of Style. Being mentally unwell is nuts, but he wants it like a popularity contest. Is crazy. It is crazy, actually. It's the reason why I lose my shit, because I'm like, would you like all my problems? You can gladly have them. I'm feeling, you know what? Some days It's the reason why, and I will turn around and say, I do like doing. I will turn around and say, the S baiting
Thanks
gets
for the
to me
gift.
really badly because there are days where, and this isn't on you guys, but there are days when I wake up and I'm like, why? Oh, thank you. Only just discovered you, but agree with everything you're standing for. Thank you, Sense of Style. But welcome in. I need to go in 30 minutes for therapy. I hope your therapy session goes well. I might be back afterwards depending on my headspace. That's okay, Elle. I hope your therapy session goes well. Please know you. Oh, I know, Mama Bear. It's just there are days, and here's the thing. I'm not the only one that feels that way. Chronic pain sufferers, in the chat, and people who have autism and depression. I'm not the only one that has days where you're just like, oh. My ex used to be a heavy cocaine user, and their come down was exactly the same as E's. Yeah. Your loved one should. Oh yeah, I know. UK TikTok on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. My partner reminds me every day. Anyone truly suffering with physical or mental health deserves a medal. They do. You all do. I have fibromyalgia. I know what those days feel like. The days are like, I had a day like that yesterday, but this world needs all of us. It does, Becky, it does. It does. It needs everyone. We all stand together. We really do. I'm there today. I have a doctor's appointment in 15 minutes. Oh, wow, me. I have a doctor's appointment as well. This just makes me want to give everyone a big hug. Yes, give everyone a big hug. And then someone says butterfly hugs. I always say virtual hugs. That's the reason why I've started saying at the end of my live streams, bear hugs to everyone. Big bear hugs. Even though I'm currently a raccoon, but big bear hugs.
Which is very much he gives all the shit. So we've got a video clip of him talking about Trump, but the words that he uses in this video are quite ironic because they actually count for him as well. If he's classing and calling someone
32 now, even alcohol makes me have a come down. I mean, you're not alone, Amber. I'm 37. And I will have I call it a blowout, but we share like a bottle of vodka between 3 people, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my god. I mean, to be fair, don't do this. I don't miss my medication at all. But that's a lie. I do. But I try not to. I do take my gabapentin, topiramate, and metazapine whilst drunk, which you're not really supposed to do. So that may be where I feel like yeah, that's a lie. I'm like, yeah, I do forget to take medication. I normally forget to take the afternoon ones. My body now thinks alcohol is poison and I need my meds. Yeah. And then I wake up the day after and I'm like, oh my god, my body's like, nope. And I can, when it's a weird feeling because you can feel the alcohol leave your pores and you're sat. I mean, I've got hand tremors anyway, always had hand tremors. I can hardly fucking hold a cup. It also takes 2 days to recover. Yes, yeah. I'm the worst with my evening ones. I crawl up to bed before I remember. No way I'm tackling the stairs twice. Yeah, I get that, Amy. I generally remember my morning ones and my night ones. It's just the afternoon ones I forget. Because, I just want to forget that I got accused of being an alky. I've never drank in my life. Really, Alex? Damn.
Out of pred based on whatever
A pred. I unpaused that at the right time, pred.
evidence we have, then he's telling it's damaging calling him a pred. I'll go over it, but there's nothing I like more than to catch him out on his own useless, fucking uneducated speech that he throws out in the world that we use against him, but he's got a problem with it. But anyway, let me play the clip and then we'll talk about what he says after, okay?
That's a bit loud.
Crazy. There's a high chance that will happen. After everything, he's got literally convictions on him. He's got so many things. He's been outed as a pred. He's been like, how the fuck is no one seeing it? Like, he is at the point of like he's got nothing to lose now.
Oh, they're talking about Trump.
Let me stop you. There, Ryan. So he's talking about Donald Trump, and but what you'll often find with the way that he talks is sometimes it mirrors his own feelings. So he is calling Donald Trump a pred, right? Based on Epstein's files and other bits that he seems to pick and pluck from the internet. He won't tell you anything that's good that Donald Trump has done, and he won't tell you anything that's bad that Iran has done to women, let me add, but he will just go on this fact of, you know, the far left, because that's what category he fits in, because they don't want to fucking do can't work, won't work kind of attitude there. But isn't it ironic he's been outed out as a pred? Well, so have you, Orion. There has been evidence. So you basing it, let's say, what is on. The only thing that you've got, you haven't got any statements from anyone. You've got the Epstein's files, right? We've got evidence of you talking to underage kids when you...
No, I think Dean's... So, I think Dean's argument is Trump may have done some good. I think that's Dean's argument, and Alphabet is only picking out the bad that Trump has done. So...
Thanks for the gift.
No, Orion is Alphabet's government name. Thank you for sharing, Salem. And thank you for the heart me as well. That is actually Alphabet's government name. I've got a feeling Dean is pretty right-wing. I might be wrong. Maybe, I don't know. Trump thinks I saw the picture of the Jesus. You could write the good Trump has done on the back of a postage. I mean, you could, yeah. I mean, I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not a Trump fan.
You are of age, right? We witness you talking to children in your chat constantly.
Does Dean like Trump? Oh.
Witness you turning off the...
That I didn't know.
Over 18s on your chat. Evidence.
Each to their own, I guess. I'm not... Me, politically, I lean more left, but I'm not a fan of Trump. Can't stand the man. But, again, I don't... Oh, Mrs. liking Trump. Oh.
Evidence. We witness you promote...
You're a lefty, Ellie. Okay. I mean, as I say, I lean more left, but I think when you look at somebody like Alphabet, and I've said this before, Alphabet is so far left that it loops back round to being very far right, if that makes sense. And a lot of the talking points that Alphabet does is more far right than left. It's like...
in your fucking bulging leggings, knowing that there's underage people in there. We witness you manipulating children.
I mean, people do. There are some Trump supporters out there. Yeah, he does end up in circles. From what I have seen with Dean, he will acknowledge Trump's faults. Yeah. I mean, Trump does have more faults. I'm more left, but either way, we're all doomed. I mean, I feel you on that. We are all doomed. We are all doomed.
So by your logic, you can sit there and call someone a pred regardless of whether they're...
Yes, Salem. It's that bad. It's bad when even the left doesn't claim you. Yes. He has nothing worth saying about politics. He's totally uneducated. Yes, yeah. I mean, the world has gone crazy, Sharon. You're not wrong. I mean, it's so... And he wants to step into the political realm, but the talking points that he does is just... it's so far out there. I said it from day one that I think he's going to be the one to destroy us all in some way or another. I mean... yeah.
a president or not, we've got more evidence on you to call you a fucking pred than you do on Donald Trump. But it's okay for you to sit there and, again, it's okay for him to inflict that on someone else. But when it turns around on him, a bit like when people call him a man, but when he calls himself a man, when he needs to pull on the strength of a man, he can use it. So Orion, by you sitting there acting like you are towards Donald Trump, I've got to a point where I'm not political, by the way, guys. I'm just not. I see things from all sides, all angles. He is sitting there based on what's on a file that's been released, calling someone a pred. I'm calling you a pred for all the evidence that we've seen, right? So you can't sit there and use your own logic against someone else and then say other people can't use that logic on you.
Not wrong. I don't think he realizes how much evidence there is against Trump. There is a lot of evidence.
Orion states he's a...
There is a lot of evidence.
Orion states he's a human with a...
Ooh, a human. I get his point. I just wish Donald Trump wasn't the comparison. They're both big wrong-uns. Yeah, they are both big wrong-uns. It's just one's in power. Although I will turn around and say this. The way in which Alphabet talks about Trump, Alphabet doesn't realize is Trump is the figurehead and there's a lot of moving parts behind that whole scene. And yeah, there's a whole lot going on there. E's words mean nothing. Yeah, the fact that Trump and E are in comparison just shows how low the bar is. I mean, E knows nothing about anything. That's true. No denying it goes deeper than we could ever know. Oh yeah, it goes freaking deep. It really does. I'm convinced they use someone so loud and obnoxious to hide what's behind them. Yeah, they do. Not just in American politics, but here as well. Paying for my fuel this morning, I called Trump a fair few names. Sarah. No. He hasn't lived yet, no.
Brain, but that is debatable. That bitch needs to be studied.
Me the P word, I'll say that. I'll say that back to them. That's how it goes. Thank you very much. Does that...
Not someone...
And keep on everything just the volume, sorry.
A human with a brain. If someone is calling you a predator, you don't call them a predator back when there's no evidence on that other person's side to really put that, what you're calling them, to a truth, because we've got plenty of evidence of you being a pred on the daily in your fucking lives, and evidence over the years to be calling you a pred. But when you just go, oh, you're a pred, it shows unintelligence to be able to react to a reaction. You usually would pick something out about that person in an intelligent manner in order to falsify, to assert, actually. You would assert what you're throwing back at this person. An intelligent person would defend themselves by saying the reasons why they're not a pred.
Not wrong. There is a lot of evidence, so for E to say that back, it's like, no. Yeah, you're not wrong, Becky.
But you don't. You just reverse it and call someone else as a pred because you know there's too much on you defining that you are one.
Can affect someone's
It is. It's a very childlike response. No, you are. It is a very childlike response.
mental health, and I don't fucking care, to be honest. That's how it goes. When you're fucking done with people, and you're sick of the bullying, and you're sick of the bullshit, then you'll say stuff, and I don't fucking care.
And today's buzzword, bullying and mental health, that's come out. That's been quite asleep for a while, but when he's under fire or under accusations of something, so just to put it into context, he was in CLA's chat, people were calling him a pred, his actions are predatory, valid, and he told them
yeah, people are just sick of him. Dean calls it out how it is on the green one. Yes, Carla, yeah. I love Dean, he's so real and hides nothing. Yep.
Off a bridge and basically kill theirself. So what he's saying is that he's now using the mental health card. Do you know what would be better if you helped yourself with your mental health by actually taking your mental health medication regularly and not taking drugs that put you on a downer that will fuck you up mentally or inhibit the effects of the antidepressants?
Yep. Not wrong. Does anyone know if E has been live since yesterday? Sergeant, I believe people said that E's been live on Kick today, but I can't confirm that. I'm still here. You're with your dad in an eye hospital, and I'm dying at Fox. I'm sorry.
Oh, it is horrid.
Combining psychoactives with SSRs is a recipe for brain damage. Well, and they don't exactly have many brain cells to begin with. No, they haven't been on Kick, Amy. Right, I think some people said it in a live today. In this live today. E lives in another universe full of their own rules. Yeah, they do.
But it's also horrid to call someone the P word and make them feel suicidal over it. Correct?
We went over this earlier, but we were just going over Dean's response because Dean has a lot of things.
So I reacted back on how they treated me. That's the same fucking thing. You could have left the chat. I could have left the chat. You're absolutely correct. But I didn't leave the chat. I defended myself and reacted.
Okay, Carla. If you're going kids up for school later. Okay, Carla.
Because I'm a human being with a brain and mental health
Again, I don't think you're human. I think you're a monster.
issues.
Therefore, your reaction shows how unintelligent that you actually are. If I was being accused of being a pred, I would come back, show me your evidence, validate the reason why you're calling me that, prove me to be what you are calling me, right? That is what I'd say. I would not retaliate with worse things, telling people to die when you're just S-baiting, saying, oh, it's causing you to be suicidal. So an unintelligent person goes even lower and tells that person to go and kill themselves. So it's not very intelligent of a human being to react in a way that's seem to be go and kill yourself when you're then S-baiting, crying that is making you suicidal. So what do? You go and make other people feel the way that you do, how awful it is for you to feel that way, Orion. So then you go and make other people feel that way because you're an intelligent human being with a brain. Yeah, that makes sense. But you can't say to people, prove me wrong, prove where I am, because it will just ding, 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 ding. All the proof will be said to you. You can't deflect in an intelligent way when someone is calling you out for your predatory behaviour, which it is.
Yep, exactly. It's a guilty complex. It really is. Please remember, E has no social skills because E doesn't have contact with others. I mean, they have done, yeah. I mean, I get where you're coming from, Mama Bear, but they've had contact with others. They just screwed them over.
is predatory behaviour. Whichever way you look at it, your behaviour is predatory. So everyone has a right to call you a predator because that is what you do, and you continue to act that way. But an intelligent person would have put that, prove it, or remove themselves from the chat. It's quite simple, but you chose to realitate and tell people to die, and then now you're crying that it made you feel suicidal.
I also want to remind people that guess what? The person didn't call E a PDF. They just said there was a PDF in the chat. Oh, actually, really. That's what happened.
Bullying, harassing, but then you retaliate in a way that's, let's say, how you're feeling, how someone aimed that at you, you then put it back on someone.
Nah, CLA didn't stick up for them at all.
Not a very intelligent way to think it. I'd be sat there if that weren't the case and it wasn't me. I'd be going, right, bitches, you show any proof that I have been. That's intelligent. That's proving that you're not. That's you saying, prove it. Come on, you're saying this. I'm not one, so fucking prove it. Come on, bitches. Show me your evidence. But you can't say that because it would just ping like fucking mad, wouldn't it?
It shows the lack of empathy from them to dish out something they claim to have gone through. Yep, they're copying of CLA. Yeah. Right, so we got, oh wait, I thought there was only one more video.
So let trigger.
I'm only just
So let trigger warning. There is going to be clips of.
That's the reason why I'm just. Yeah, I think so.
Ryan talking about suicide and overdosing. So
I don't know. Dean usually does 3 clips of the day. Yeah, I think this is the 4th one. Oh my god, E asked CLA to back them up and she did nothing. Yeah, CLA did nothing.
if that's not something that you would want to hear or see, please refrain from watching the video. But again, we have the very casual S-baiting again and all that.
I love Dean's responses. As I say, I've already gone all of these clips. But I love
stuff coming out of his mouth after he said he'd never ever do that again, blah blah blah. We've heard it all, but remember, this is an end result of a cycle. We have the event where whenever he's been on drugs or anything like that, he goes onto this massive plummet of fucking feeling like shit because he hasn't got any drugs to keep him high.
Ooh, Becky, I don't know. I mean, I will be making burgers. Well, I say making burgers, shoving burgers in the oven. Cheeseburgers. I suffer from severe anxiety and he has no idea about real mental. No, Teddy, they don't. They have no idea. They are good. They're Asda burgers. He's honest. Oh, he's honest as heck. He doesn't mince his words, Dean. Nope, not at all.
High, and then he's going to go on this massive downer. Guess what? If you get high, you're going to come down. And then what he does is he goes on this massive attack, doesn't he? He goes on to these rants.
Ooh, you haven't pie mashed tonight. Nice.
And then he needs to get money in. So what he starts doing is S-baiting, making people feel sorry for him, giving the impression that it's something that he's thinking about doing. It's a known tactic.
You made your own burgers once, but they was too mincy and I didn't like it. Autism is fab, isn't it? Oh yeah, Haley. It is. Beef casserole and mash it.
Of manipulation of Orion.
How it's going to be.
Bit loud.
Me. Because I can't do that. It's going to be overdose.
Trigger warning.
Tried it once, didn't work. Vomited. Tried it twice, didn't do it. Woke up.
Like I said, I've already been through these clips, but I like Dean's response.
And no one seems to get it. I'm sorry
Because no one cares.
for saying this on live.
That's the thing, Orion. We do.
Oh, sorry, I need to turn this up now. We're on Dean.
We've seen this before. It's happened that many times now. It's a reoccurring pattern that is predictable to all of us that are compass mate and that can see that it's happening, right? I want Orion's followers to ask yourself, how many times have you heard this from Orion's mouth? You don't sit there casually saying, oh, I tried it, it didn't work. Second time, I threw up, like it's a fucking bedtime story. No one that's feeling that traumatized by things and having to do that is then going to go on a live and sit there and talk about. You would seek.
Yeah, tried it once, tried it twice, didn't do it. Oh, did he mean it didn't work? Yes, Beatrix, that's what they meant, yeah. Molly, yeah, he has no idea.
Help, and you would try and help yourself in the best way. Like I say, I have been through this within a family, and it's not talked about, right? It's not talked about. You know, we don't just sit there and casually go, oh, do you remember that time like you got essayed? Like, do you know what I mean? Like he did with that skirt.
Yep, we've all seen that.
Doesn't make any human psychology doesn't permit him just to sit there and reel off the times he tried to commit suicide. It is an action where he's warranting a...
No, Ashley, people don't want to talk about it.
Action. And his case, it's people to feel sorry for him. He's under fire at the moment. Things are not going so well in the world of Orion. The pred word is keeping up its stance, which it should be.
Thanks for the gift.
Predatory action against children is what he's doing. And if it's only...
Thank you, Rant.
One side is to take your over 18 off on your live. That's predatory action. Why do you need kids in your life? Predatory action. So he...
Yep. I've been through these clips earlier, but Dean puts it in such good wording. If that happened, you wouldn't want to remember that day, even with the clothes as well. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't want to remember it at all. No, you would not.
Is then trying to deflect all this, but...
I'm sorry, Mimi. It's horrible. But he just casually says this shit like it's nothing.
By getting to the suicide baiting, because he thinks that's going to stop whatever's going on. But where you get the boy who cried wolf, you do it again and again and again. Just don't believe ya. People that are in these situations do it in a very different way than what Orion portrays. His attempts... fake attempts have been done on a public platform for thousands to witness. People that are going through this do it in a silent, cold, dark place on their fucking...
Yeah, Teddy. The cycle literally repeats. He got called a pred. No, I rephrase that. He got called a pedlo. I'll even rephrase that actually. No. In CLA's chat, it was said, a pedlo is in the chat, and Alphaba jumped on it and then said, go jump off a bridge. Alphaba then people went back and forth. Alphaba exposed himself as a pedlo, which we already knew anyway. And then we had the S-baiting because, oh shit. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Satanson. Yes, we are sending love to everyone who's been through that because he wanted to S-bait and we're not here for it. Oh, and I don't know whether Dean's going to cover this in the next video because there's just one more video. But yeah, he wanted to blame everybody else and said that if he unalives, they're going to leave a note.
Own because they don't want anyone to witness. It's something that they deal with on their own. No one knows about it until the person is found. Okay, the way he is doing that is case after case after case. It's been proven.
I know, Teddy. He's been S-baiting since for the last 5 years. It's a literal repeat cycle. When he gets called out for their inappropriate behaviour, this is what he does. Afternoon, Levitt.
with Orion is public display after public display after public display with no consequence to it. He does it online for a reaction for you people then to feel guilt tripped into gifting him. And then he'll say, I'm sorry. Well, you're not sorry because you're doing it again for the 4th, 5th, 6th time. You always say you're sorry, but you always steal it again. You don't edit. You don't think about what you're going to say because you need to say what you're going to say in order to warrant the reaction and the action of people gifting you. So
Yeah, 5 years of abuse. So,
a
yes.
little break from Orion.
Oh, no.
And I thought we'd just check in with CLA, of course.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Bleh. Not really going to cover CLA today. He said to the lady in Tesco, what's that got to do with you? Because she told the staff he does SB online. Yeah. My cousin came to see us in the UK because he lives in the US and we didn't think of anything about it. Yeah. E's world is collapsing. What are your thoughts on CLA? CLA, oh God, she's another one. She's a rabbit hole. She's just as messy, just as freaking... He could literally trigger someone on the edge. That's all it takes. Yeah, Sarah, exactly. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of CLA either. But how TikTok can let this individual continue after this again is shocking. How many people were triggered again? Quite a few people, Levitt. His world is collapsing as fast as their nose is wicked. I'm so glad you think so. I think she's terrible. Yeah, CLA's terrible. I haven't watched CLA since the ripping kitchen apart. Oh God, saga. Yeah, that was a saga. Yeah, CLA's a rabbit hole. He plays a role in their own fantasy and says what he wants without consequences. Yep. Oh my God, messy was the exact word I was thinking to describe. Yeah, CLA is messy. She's another one. I saw CLA use the F slur recently. Oh yeah. She's an interesting character. That's not something you say. It's a private thing and you only find out later. She doesn't come up on your FYP anymore. Can I say I love you guys and you are all needed, loved and wanted. Speak to someone please. Yeah, if you need, like I say, I know I've got a trigger warning here as well, but also, if anybody needs any support, pinned to my profile is, in one of my pinned videos, there is numbers if you need the numbers. There's also a grounding technique. It's basically fine. It's triggering the senses if you are feeling any kind of way. It's triggering the senses. I'm sick of CLA coming up on your FYP. She fell asleep online and 658 sad people was watching. Wicked says Wicked says her inbox is open. There are pinned numbers.
Thanks for the gift.
Wicked's profile and mine as well. And I will always tell them to say, my inbox is always open. I do, but I always turn around and say after these live streams, I do need a time to compress, but my inbox is always open as well. Thank you, Peekaboo. My inbox is always open if you need to chat about anything. You can chat about anything. You don't need to chat about, if you don't want to talk about what you're going through or anything like that, if you just need a chat to vent or chat about your day or just anything really, my inbox is always open. It's always there. And, you know, I turned around and said in a live stream the other day that I've come to like doing these live streams.
Thanks for the gift.
Don't ask Overlord for links. They forget. Oh, yeah. The link for... not grounding, wards. You watch, I'll still fucking forget. On the 28th, I will send you a message due to I'm out for the assessment with Dr. Okay, Gemma, yeah. Wards, yeah, wards. Okay, Gemma, yeah. You know, I was gonna go somewhere with that. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna go with this. I'll come to like these live streams. Back from doctors, absolutely nothing left to offer me. Oh God, Amy, shit. I was going to tell myself I've come to enjoy these live streams because it gives me a chance to vent and talk about the
Thanks for the
disgusting
gift.
things that he does. Thank you, Nikki, and thank you, Beatrix. And you know, just chit and sell and chat and whatever. I am gonna disappear soon though because I've been live for 4 hours, and I'm hungry. And I'm not gonna subject you to me eating. But I'm sorry, Amy. Yeah, don't. I'm sorry, Amy. That sucks. Yeah, I am gonna I'll take care of it. Yeah, I'm also gonna get out of here. These will be clipped and uploaded. As always, I think I'll have with jacket spreading cheese till payday or Weetabix. Weetabix is quite nice though. I haven't had Weetabix in a while. I can play a song. Let me have a look. We was in a Queen mood, so let's end with a Queen song. Is this a good one? Hang on. Oh yeah, Headlong. Gonna go have lunch to Billy's show. Okay. I hope everyone has a positive afternoon as well. Hey Nikki. I'm just about to leave. Yes, we'll be back tomorrow. Causing more chaos. Thank you, Amber. Ooh. Nice to meet you too, Becky. See you tomorrow, Beatrice. Got it. Ladies, everybody, as always, if you're going to cause trouble, try not to get caught. If you do get caught, video it so we can all see it and, you know, watch it. I'm sending bear hugs to everybody, and I will catch everyone later. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you all for the likes, shares, and gifts, everyone. Goodbye, everybody.